What's going on, everyone? We're going to get started in just a moment. All right. Making sure. Give a moment for everything to load up. Load up. All right. Everything is loaded. Okay, guys, what's going on? I know it's been a few weeks since I've been streaming. It's been, as you know, life, working crazy hours and everything. But we're going to get this thing back going again. All right. And so I'm going to do my best here. But the plan is to get back on the Tuesday streams and give y'all more random reaction requests. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So as always, I'm going to just get it going. And as y'all come in, y'all can give me requests on what y'all want to check out. Remember, it cannot be mainstream music because UMG will not allow me to do so. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. So you know what? I haven't been doing much of anything hip hop because of UMG, but let's get in some hip hop news. Let's start catching up, getting back into the mix of things and everything. Them kicking me out, bum me out, and everything. I checked out for a bit, but no, let's get back into this. Let's get back into this. All right. So we're gonna go to a channel that I like to watch, and so let's go ahead, bring in the proper intro. What's going on, everyone? All right, welcome back to the spot where we react to all. You know what? I don't even like that. You know what? Let's change that. We're gonna make it simpler. We're gonna make it simpler. Back that up. Back that up. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another reaction. All right, what we got on this one today? We're about to check out. There we go. Oh no, where am I at? Where am I at? There I am. Okay. All right, we're about to check out ET Lifestyle. They cover Eminem along with other like hip hop news and stuff like that. And I've been out the loop for a little bit. I'll admit I've been out the loop for a little bit because the whole UMG thing kind of bummed me out because I can't react to this stuff and everything. But that is changing now. That is changing now. If you guys want to see my music reactions to mainstream music, then all you need to do is join my Patreon. And you know what? You don't even have to pay. I mean, yeah, it is a subscription based site, but there are free memberships. And I'm going to start posting my reactions and leaving them up there for my free members along with everybody else so that you guys don't have to miss out on my mainstream reactions. All right. So start putting your requests in. They're going to be live streams most of the time because Patreon finally kicked off their live stream service. All right, so be sure to let me know what you want me to check out and join that Patreon. If you want to become a paid member, I really appreciate you supporting the platform, but you can join as a free member and you will see the live streams as they drop. All right, and they'll be all, mainstream reactions that I can't do here on YouTube. All right, but anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. So ET Lifestyle, the title is You Gotta Be Eminem, Young Thug. On album cover, Eminem was not the battle rapper. Mickey facts on M. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. All right, let's get into it. Let's go.
Hello again, and welcome back to another one.
Whew, that's
And today
loud.
we
Hang on,
got
let's
some
go down a
wild
little bit.
stories to cover. One from a rapper who claimed Eminem was never a battle rapper that sparked a roasting session and heated
There we
debates
go.
on social media platforms.
That's better.
And we got more from Young Thug explaining his album cover.
No wait, it said was never a battle rapper. Hold on, back that up real quick. Back that up real quick. I was busy trying to fix the audio because it was so loud. Back that up real quick. Hold up.
Stories to cover. One from a rapper who claimed Eminem was never a battle rapper that sparked a roasting session.
Roasting
on
session.
social media platforms. And we got more from Young Thug explaining his album cover that sparked a roasting session, and everyone was getting roasted, as TDE's Absol was also catching some heat for a lackluster freestyle, and he has since reacted on social media, citing B-Rabbit from 8 Mile, and more to explain why he wasn't at his best, and we'll get to this later. And starting with heated debate, all thanks to Mickey Facts, who some of you remember from his run-in with RYUDO'S a while back. Well, this time around, he decided to set his sights on Eminem for reasons, quote, unknown, clout. And this became
I love how he snuck that one in. Clout. Oh man. Okay, but what was he talking about?
For reasons, quote, unknown, clout. And this became ground zero. Eminem was not, I repeat, not a battle rapper.
Excuse me.
Yeah, seriously, excuse me. Like, hold up. Why are we even doing this? It seems like every couple of years we get some clown who wants to come out and trash Eminem in some kind of way without doing any type of research. Like, what?
Excuse me. Please. I said, get lost.
He was an underground artist who participated in rap competitions, rap battles. Battle rappers take weeks and months.
What is it? Rap competition, rap battles. Oh, this tweet is taking me out. Oh, this is hilarious.
To prepare for their opponent, battle rappers were berthed at Mook versus Locks. MCs before that freestyled or wanted music careers. And in football terms, this is pretty much the equivalent of saying footballers from the early years of the sport don't qualify as footballers because the sport has evolved. And today, most of the stars go to football academies that didn't exist in the past, making footballers today the real footballers, and the street ballers from the past no longer qualify because of this evolution. And of course, the roasting session began. As
Wait. I'm trying to process this logic here, because this makes no sense to me. Oh man, it makes no sense to me and everything. That metaphor was on point though. Like how are you gonna say? I don't know. Moving on.
qualify because of this evolution. And of course, the roasting session began. As a teacher of hip-hop, you know better than this. Delete this. You eliminated everyone before Mook and Locks as non-battle rappers. Our pioneers will tell you differently. You actually know better. Delete this.
And how are you gonna say that before a certain point, everybody before they're the ones who built it? Is it all the rappers before? Oh man, this is terrible. This is a terrible take. No wonder he's getting roasted. No.
And even the teachers don't always get it right, but unfortunately, ego wouldn't let most admit when they miss the mark. And of course, the well-deserved roasting session continued. This is inaccurate. Meek Mill, Eminem are battle rappers. Big Daddy Kane just told Shannon Sharp he's a battle rapper. Battle rapping has evolved through the years as it has become a professional sport. Smack DVD and Murder Mook did not create or start battle rapping.
And great point. You know, it's like it has evolved over the years, but to try to call the original battle rappers non-battle rappers because of the fact that the state of battle rap was different back then, that's stupid. It doesn't make sense. It's like it's a dumb argument. I don't get why people take those takes. It's like we always get somebody in the new generation who tries to discredit the old generation for no reason. Or I guess in this case for clout or attention or whatever.
And like I already pointed out with the football analogy, the street ballers don't qualify as footballers because today most ballers come from an academy. And some users are wondering, what is this bull crap? Eminem was not a battle rapper. He was a rapper who battled in rap competitions, laughing emojis.
Yeah, and that's like, wait. It's like telling somebody they're not a real boxer, but they competed on a card once just because, but they're not a real boxer. Like, wait, what? Like, oh man. Well, I'm pretty sure you can't explain it. You can't explain that. No, not making sense. Not with logic. No.
So far, this is perhaps one of the wildest examples of a modern day retcon when it comes to Eminem that we have seen, but even worse because this is coming from a rapper. And check this out, 2 things to correct here. Eminem is a battle rapper. He emerged nationally through rap battle competitions. Battling in hip-hop did not start in 2005. It has been around since the 70s. The 2 styles differ at first glance, but what we see now in battle rap is rooted in the 70s. And this has got to be a new one when it comes to the Eminem narratives that we see online. So kudos to Mickey Facts for coming up with some original gobbledygook, as typically we get reminded about Eminem's skin color. But this one has got to be a first, and some have expanded. I've seen Eminem get discredited in so many ways, but this one I never thought y'all would try to pull. The man was literally discovered battle rapping. It may look different today compared to back then because things evolve, but he was a battle rapper and it is well documented. And upon seeing how he was getting roasted unanimously, Mickey Facts tried one of the oldest tricks in the book. Oh, y'all mad at that M post? Laughing emoji, good. So let me get this straight. He posted some dumb-ish, got called out for posting the dumb-ish, and now he claims that people are mad for calling out his dumb post, and it is going as you'd expect. Nobody is mad. We just didn't agree with you this time.
It's not about being mad. I'm over here laughing at your ass. I'm like, how are you that dumb? Or was it just you trolling? Was it just trolling? Was that all it was? You just wanted to get some attention. That's all it was. It was that the mission. Mission accomplished, I guess. Was it worth it? I'm guessing to you it was. Not to me. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to be known as the guy trolling, just saying bullshit for no reason. I don't know. That's weird.
And that's fine. And more, you got cooked, and rightfully so. And since pointing out how someone got it wrong now means you are mad for calling out the obvious, some have expanded. When someone doesn't agree with you, doesn't mean they are mad. You're just wrong this time, and that's okay. You're human. And we got another case of cloud chasing at the expense of one's credibility. The mission failed spectacularly this time around. And more, you. Dr. Dre wasn't a producer. He was just a dude that made beats like emojis. Nah, people aren't mad. You were just dead wrong, Nick. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on this one, as this has gotta be a first. Eminem was not a battle rapper because Mook and Lux invented battle rap. And moving on, before we get to Absol citing B-Rabbit choking to explain his last freestyle, we got Young Thug explain his album cover for Huey Scooty that sparked outrage from some hip-hop fans. Check it out.
I think it was just like some funny shit, but it's still like serious to the point where it's like I went with it. You know what I'm saying? But it really just some fun shit. Like we just fun, like some funny shit. You know, in our hood, we always joked and played. You know, I got a lot of white friends and shit, but we always joked and played in my hood. Like, shit, you want to be the biggest, go white. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said when I put the album cover out, hey, if you want to be the biggest, go white.
Yeah.
You watch school. You know, we just talking shit because there's so many big black people. I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? I understand. We just, you know, it's just a narrative that the world paint, and we just going with the narrative. You want to be the biggest? Go white. Michael Jackson went white for this. You know, all listen, we know that ain't true. We know Michael Jackson didn't do it. You know what I mean? We just go with the motions. Like but it's just all fun. Like I just did it on some shit. Like shit, I want to be the biggest in the world. How can I be the biggest? The very first minuscule, but first answer to that question from anybody should be, you got to be white. You know, they always let the white people be the biggest, you know what I'm saying? Sure. I love white people too, you know what I'm saying? But they always let the white people be the biggest, and you know what I'm saying? We got big ass artists too that's black, but goddamn, you know, we just, you know, it's just a narrative. I was just pushing the envelope a little bit, man. Yeah. Just shit, you want to be the biggest in this motherfucking world, you got to be Eminem. Yeah. You got to go white. You know, I just put the white album cover out, you know, I'm just talking shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just all fun shit though. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with none of the politics, and I ain't with none of that political shit. Right. Man. We having fun, it's music, and it's not. and you shouldn't take it so serious. It's not like we can make it out alive anyway.
Right.
We all gonna die no matter what.
Nah, facts.
So it's just like you gotta choose to be happy and put in the world what you want to put in the world and the legacy you want to create for yourself, because that's what it's about.
Right. Now,
And the fact that there's a whole viral meme on TikTok right now due to the album opening track, Ninja, that included an interesting segment doesn't help Young Thug's case right now. And this has sparked reactions like,
Y'all let me know if y'all want me to check out that album. I don't know. The whole thing is kind of weird.
segment doesn't help Young Thug's case right now. And this has sparked reactions like, he's so corny, to be honest, like genuinely 10th grade humor.
I mean, I get where he's coming from, but the execution, on top of that, in hip hop specifically, we all know that just being white isn't enough. Like, people always want to cite Eminem, but if it was really about being white and you'll just skyrocket, then we should have like 10 white rappers who are just selling out and doing concerts and doing crazy stuff and being at the top of the list. But they're not. It's Eminem, and then pretty much everybody else is black, So only one white dude in there, and they're like, "Oh, you got to be white to make it." I'm sorry, that it falls flat within the hip hop world because of that narrative, because of the fact that Eminem is quite literally the only one that's really up there like that. Some people might have personal opinions about other white rappers, but let's be real, Eminem's the only white rapper that's really up there like that, at that like top level.
However, some believe he was capping with that explanation. He's not being dumb at all. I think he's lying. It is your album cover. I think you'll be able to explain more clearly and better. And the MJ example isn't going down well for some users. Michael Jackson had vitiligo, and his music is what made him the biggest and greatest of all time.
Not to mention, Michael Jackson was the biggest and greatest before he started losing his skin color, before the vitiligo started really becoming noticeable and everything, before the hair getting caught on fire and all this other stuff. He was already the biggest artist out there, still before all of that. So that example, I was like, wait, what? But yeah, that example is terrible.
Thug is saying some of the dumbest ish I've ever heard. But to be fair, Young Thug clarified that it is a narrative rather than fact, not essentially true. And moving on, we got Absol's Off the Radar Mafia-thon freestyle that sparked a roasting session for the rapper, and for copyright reasons, I took out the beat.
I'm just the best, so I told you that. Short fence and bite back. Sign your will with a quill. Dip it in your bloodline. Deal away your whole DNA. Through familiar big mass. The ironies is I'm composing this in oxygen. I don't need no page. Yeah. Legal tender bender. Big stacks. Like that. Yeah. Okay, you comfy, okay. I can't get a. Does that ever? Can I get a run? Can I run it back? Has that ever happened? Has that ever happened? Has anybody ran it back? Yeah, it's happened. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I wanted to be a first too. All right, here you go.
Maybe it's because I can't hear the beat, but why do I feel like he was trying to go and then kind of lost his thought and kind of lost it, and that's why he's trying to run it back? I don't know. I could be wrong, because it's kind of weird without the beat there.
Yeah. See what I got. Yeah. Hey. Matt. Yeah. I'm just a vessel, I told you that. Body bags. Write your will with a quill. Dip it in your bloodline.
Wait, he actually started over? It wasn't nothing new? So he really messed up? Oh man, that's embarrassing.
Too familiar, big mass. The irony is I'm composing this in oxygen. I don't need no page. Just paper. The legal tender bender. Stitches get administered. Big expenditures. Expensive, it's a million digits. Yeah. Comma after comma, cut the comma. Look. The big picture. Get with you. Just split you. Yeah. poetically, slow whistles, most definitely the best that y'all seen. I need a shadow bandana over my mental, so gentle. Yo, who's in, suck my dick.
Wait, hold on, no. Take it back.
Who's in, suck.
Look at boy's face. He's like, what am I listening to? What am I listening to? Like, oh man. I'm like, it's worse for me because he had to take the beat out, but I'm like, oh, the look on his face is killing me.
My dick, JK, just in case they who's loses. Oh yeah, Mike, pull a phantom tax quick. You know I gotta eat.
Now, of course, this was surprisingly bad, coming from Absol, especially due to the fact that this was on Kai Cenat's platform, and he's got a huge audience made up of mostly younger people, so not a good look. And since
not a good look at all,
have been running with this to make their point about how the West Coast is down bad at the moment, some have pulled up Drake's failed freestyle to fire back at these fans.
You know what it is? It's Hot 97 is the station. Funkmaster Flex, I run the city. My man Drake is in the building. We shut it down.
Give me some for the city.
If you just stepped into New York.
Young Drizzy. Yeah. All right. I told you. New York. You gotta understand, I've been on the road for like 2 months. Just grinding it out. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the road really like doing these shows every night. So I'm coming in. Ooh.
Ghost Rider still isn't responding. Oh man, what's bad is why would you even if you didn't have anything, you can't freestyle your trash, whatever. Why didn't you have something written down before you went there? You would think that even if that is the case, that you would have better planning. Like, where's it at? This is just poor planning right here.
See, you called me off now. You called me all the way off now. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get this. Hold on. Can we come back? Can we do it? Can we come back? Yeah.
Nice.
Hold on. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
So crazy.
I promise I'm gonna get him. I
So
promise. I can't
crazy.
give him everything, Flex. Like,
No, you can't.
I can't give him everything because, you know, like, you gotta.
You didn't give him anything. You didn't give him anything. Like, what is that? It's like going up to an empty buffet and they're like, where's all the food? Well, we can't give y'all everything. Like, what?
Understand, this is my first. You want me to do it again? You want me to give? This is my first like real time on the radio. Like, this is my first real.
Your first real like blast off.
Like with the big dog
launch.
Like with the.
Yeah, well, you know
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Stalling for time.
The facts came to Absol's defense. Absol had a flop. It happens. Same way hip-hop teachers like Mickey Fax could get it wrong from time to time, like with that Eminem take. It happens, to be honest. He is still great and will continue to be great. It is difficult to perfect every trip. However, some users disagree. Man, we're not freaking coddling him. Nah, man, I hate when you do this.
Yeah, nah, it's one thing to feel like you're having it like off or whatever. It's another thing to go on a radio show, because it's not like you're on a radio show every single day. If you're a radio host and you have an off day, that's understandable because it's like, you know, Monday through Friday most of the time, and that's an everyday thing. So you might have some slip ups every now and then. But no, you knew you was going to be here at this. You knew it was what you was going to be doing, and you came very much unprepared. Like, I don't care if you can't freestyle and everything, have something written down, have something practiced, have something ready and everything. Like, do something. Don't just shit the bag like that. Come on now.
So perhaps this is a case of a double standard. Here's a nice example. Would Mickey Facts have excused that freestyle if it was Eminem? Would
Nope.
he say the same if that was from M? And they kept coming for him. This ish was a terrible look, especially on the biggest streamer's platform. And Absol has since addressed this. He took to IG to clear things up.
Man, guys, I honestly feel like B Rabbit. You know what I'm saying? I choked, man. I don't know.
I mean, at least he owned up to it.
First and foremost, the most important thing is I want to definitely congratulate Kai, Gabe, you know what I'm saying, the whole team, AMP, On the Radar, 1 million subscribers, that's incredible. When Jesus Christ entered the chat, you already know, like, I don't know, maybe, you know, it was an emotional thing. Snoop hopped in, you know what I'm saying? Carson was in the house, Ray J chimed in.
It happens to the best of us, bro.
Yeah, shout my nigga Smino was in there with that. That's always good. Happens to the best of us. His deep, right? That's that is different. That happens to the best of us, right? That's and I'm that's tough, guys. I've never bombed in such a way. I'm struggling with it.
And you know what?
It's their first time for everything.
You know what? I'll say it like this. I hope he bounces back. I hope he bounces back from this because, yeah, anybody can end up choking. I'm just saying, though, you knew he was going to be on a radio show. You should have been a little bit more prepared, but I get it. Everybody messes up sometimes. He's owning up to it. He's not trying to make any excuses and everything. So I hope he bounces back, and I hope the next thing he does or next appearance and everything, he knocks it out the park.
Yeah. I'm an artist. I'm a performer. I'm a trained, skilled professional.
They said double back with a new one and diss everybody.
No, double back and diss everybody. See what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm glad we do it. That's crazy. Double back and diss everybody.
That's what niggas is on, yeah.
Because I fucked up.
Get on these niggas, man.
Because I fucked up. That's what they saying in the chat?
That's what they saying, man.
Come on, y'all, like double back and diss everybody.
You know they ain't gonna be nice to you. They're not gonna be nice.
Because I got invited to such a commemorative event.
Somebody asked, was it written? Is that why?
I mean, it was pre-prepared. You know, it was live, off the top of the dome freestyles. Like, come on, those are great. But I mean, come on, guys, like. But a freestyle is simply that.
Ooh, admitting that it was written kind of makes it worse. It kind of makes you worse because now it's like you didn't rehearse it enough. Now that's the problem. Because if it's just you were just trying to freestyle and you couldn't, but it looked like it was written down because when you started over, you started completely over with the exact same opening. So you can easily tell that it was pre-written. But the fact that it was pre-written is what makes it worse. If it was pre-written, then you should have had it memorized by then. That's all I'm gonna say about that because that's the thing. If it's pre-written, it's just like actors with their lines and everything. They can mess up their lines. It happens all the time. But honestly, you need to really know your script and everything. And so yeah, that's that makes it worse. If it was a freestyle, it would have been better because then it was like, okay, his mind went blank and stuff like that. But oh man.
It's a free verse. You know what I'm saying? It was not an off of the top of the dome freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I prepare as usual. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just think I don't.
And that's the thing, saying I prepared. You didn't prepare enough. You did not prepare. You did not prepare. No.
I have no tools of incompetence, guys. This is very difficult for me, especially, walking around here calling myself the boat. Yes, Chance, I am the boat. I'll let you have it for a while because of the
Is he trying to change it to like best of all time? Okay.
Black Star line, that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Light skinned Marcus Garvey looking ass, you know what I'm saying? Great album. But I, didn't know how to take it. That was very tough for me. So what do? I go to the fucking, I drive my ass from wherever the fuck we was at You know what I'm saying? Very far from where I am now. You know what I'm saying? Obviously. And I get back to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be, I'll be recording, or I mean, not even if you're recording or not. It's just what I want this to serve as is me taking accountability. Those guys gave me an opportunity to, to perform and, display true, true skill, true artistry, and I choked. I bombed, and I'm owning that. So I run straight to the studio, and this, I came up with this so far. I just thought.
And since some users initially thought he was trolling with that freestyle, some have added, Soul can freestyle better than that. I don't even know what the F he was doing, or even trying to do, laughing emoji. I thought he was trolling, but I guess not. And I knew that this one sounded familiar. If Absol is the rapper I know he can be, Redemption is not off the table, laughing emojis.
He copied my whole fucking flow! Word for word, bar for bar!
And that will
For Drake at the Kendrick's market. That's hilarious.
today, and I'll be looking forward to
Oh,
your thoughts in the
that's
comment section.
hilarious.
Thanks for watching.
Okay. Yeah. Oh man. Great episode. Oh, so that's the news for now. I'm gonna start checking these out daily again. I gotta stay up on this, and ET Lifestyle does a great job of covering this. But all right, y'all, that's it for this one. All right, so y'all know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. Let me know what you'd like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you really feel like supporting this platform, consider joining the Patreon. And you can join as a free member and still get the music reactions that you want to see. All right, y'all. So till next time, take care of yourselves, and I'm out of here. All right, y'all. That's it for that one. Okay, so what we're gonna get into next. We're about to get into some science and animals. You know how we do around here. You know I love my science videos. And so, of course, we're going to get into some Star Talks. Let's go ahead and just jump right into that right now. All right. What's going on, everyone? I was about to go for the long one. Let's back it up, bring this short intro in. What's going on, everyone? It's time for another reaction. What we got going on today? Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson. The topic here is how England colonized time. All right. I know this one's going to be interesting. Always enjoy these explainers. Let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go.
Chuck, what time is it?
Currently, it is 12:28.
Deeply implicit in that is that I know it's 12:28 in the afternoon versus 12:28 in the morning. We don't know if you're using a 24-hour clock. A. B, that we are both in the same time zone, so we're presuming you're giving it to me for this time zone. Also, you didn't give me seconds, because that's not how we commonly give time to people. But if we were trees that lived 1,000 years, you would just say it's 2025. Context matters here.
It does.
And we, as humans, when I was a nerdy kid, I always cared the exact seconds, but generally, people wouldn't even need time to that precision. We had to sort of organize time in such a way that the whole world could speak with itself.
Okay.
All right?
I get it.
And in topics I think we've addressed before, but many people already know, that time zones are a product of transportation going east to west.
Right.
Not just riding a horse, but transportation that's fast, that goes to such different parts of the earth that high noon for you, if you kept track of time, would not be high noon for them.
For them. Right.
So they said, we want everybody's high noon to have the sun at the top of the
top of
at how high up it gets.
Right.
Everybody should have a chance at a high noon.
Right.
So you carve up the world like orange slices.
Like orange slices.
Okay.
Right.
We are binning the time you would experience into zones. So 24 zones. We just said an hour is good enough.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
Hour is fine. But we could have binned it into 30-minute increments.
Now, this is the one thing that bugs me about this. That I'm glad they showed it on this map when it comes down to the time zones. Look how this is going, right? Why is it shifting left to right with how some of these are outlined? Like, honestly, why is it like the time zone right here, which is where I'm at? The Pacific Standard Time. Wouldn't it be the same all the way up? Like, why is the time here different than the time up here in Canada? When, honestly, this part right here, the time zones, like, I get the time zones, but the way they're done, like, and look at over here in Asia, this is crazy. These time zones are all over the place. Someone who's north of you is technically still supposed to be in the same time zone. Not east or west, but somehow north and south gets thrown into this as well. That's always bugged me.
Okay? Right. Hour is fine. But we could have binned it into 30-minute increments.
Could have.
Time zones.
Right.
Could have, but we didn't.
Could have made it into 1 minute increments.
Into 1 minute increment.
And then you walk over to the other side of the room, you're like, oh man, I'm in a different time zone.
Right. And you have to change your time by a minute. By a minute. Okay?
A little much.
You are 3 minutes late for this meeting. Dude, I came from Jersey.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go over here and I'll be on time.
So I want people to appreciate how blunt this decision was.
Mm-hmm.
We could have had time where everyone in the world experiences the same clock time. We could have set it up that way.
Right.
But we didn't. And we wouldn't have called it AM or PM.
Right.
Because you know what they stand for?
Wait a minute. We did this before.
I think we did.
One is, give me a second now, man. Is it anti-meridian and post-meridian? Is that it?
Very good.
Oh,
not
nice.
anti.
Anti,
Like
not anti.
Like an anti.
Always give a round of applause for Chuck. We see the growth. Chuck, you did it. Because I totally did remember.
Room
right,
is
it's
a
just
before
not.
room.
I am so against this meridian. So anti-meridian and post-meridian.
A meridian for any individual on Earth is a line that goes from due north through the sky to due south.
So it's your own personal
Every
line.
longitude has its own meridian. Correct.
Gotcha.
Correct.
Right. Okay,
All right.
I remember that. All
Okay.
right, good.
So anti-meridian means the sun has not yet reached your meridian.
Right.
Post-meridian means
It's already passed my meridian.
There it is.
There you go.
There it is. So in time zones, since it spreads across longitude,
Right.
okay, since you've binned everyone into the same clock time,
Mm-hmm.
the AM and PM really only applies if you're in the exact middle of the time zone.
Right. Right.
Okay, for everybody else, it'll happen a little sooner
Or
and
a little
later.
later.
Okay?
Okay.
But we're all just agreeing that this is the case. Because there's so much about it that's just, let's all agree.
True.
And just call, and call it a day and go out and have a beer. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So we got 24 time zones, and we set up the world so that one time zone is preeminent among them all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, who gets to do that?
The Brits.
Jesus, so like them. You must have all these other inferior time zones. We have to do something to make sure that we are the preeminent time zone.
And they did. They kind of earned it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. They were the holding Polynesian navigation aside for the moment.
All right. Of course, the brown people navigation.
The Brits made it.
Killing me. Oh man, I love it.
A very big deal to figure out how to navigate the world with high precision.
True.
Okay.
Okay.
Which aided.
Wait a minute. The Dutch did that too, though.
But Brits did it better, with higher precision.
All right.
Okay.
Now I'll give you that.
Which is why the Brits
That's
claim
why they got to.
the sun never set on the British Empire.
Well, of course, because you took everything over.
But it also means the sun never rises on the British Empire.
There you go.
One cannot be true without the other.
Yeah, without the other, right.
So they basically took over the world using their navigational. But part of how they did that was they built an observatory in Greenwich, England, that observed the passage of stars across its meridian, and it wrote down the time that happens for every single star that cross. Okay,
I'm going to say it's kind of badass.
It's badass, and that created a grid of time for the night sky.
Absolutely.
And it's called sidereal time.
Right.
Sidereal meaning star time. Okay. Once you've gridded the sky,
right,
then that's your first step to grid the Earth in a way, because the sky's over you on the Earth. So if I see a star cross my meridian, and I know what time that crossed Greenwich, then I can figure out my longitude.
Okay.
Okay. From how far away I am from Greenwich.
From Greenwich, right.
Yeah, because so they mapped it all out.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. And so when it came to...
No, that is pretty cool. Definitely. The fact that because that's a lot of work at the end of the day. Mapping out all the stars, pretty much graphing it so that you can apply it to your position on your planet. It's... Oh, man. I can only imagine how much work and how much time and effort that took. So definitely impressive. Definitely.
Time to figure out who's going to get the first meridian. What's another word for first?
Prime
meridian. The Brits had a very good case. Now, the French tried this too. There's the French Observatory. Rumor has it that the French ceded the prime meridian in a deal where the Brits had to then adopt the metric system, which the French had just invented coming out of their French Revolution.
Oh, they swapping measurements.
That's it. So rumor has it that's how that settled out.
That's pretty cool, though.
So we have Greenwich. It's Greenwich time.
It's Greenwich time.
All right. Now, here's a problem. Earth rotates once in how much time?
I don't know, 24 hours.
Was there some other guess you were going to make?
Nah, listen, I know who I'm talking to.
Some other second
I
choice?
know who I'm talking to, because you'll do some crap like this. You would think it was 24 hours.
That's exactly what I did.
That was a perfect impression right there. Bring that back.
Crap like this. You would think it was 24 hours.
That's exactly what I did. Okay, so Earth rotates once in 23 hours and 56 minutes.
Okay. Believe it or not, though, that's a big difference from 24 hours.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, actually, 4 minutes off. Hold up. He said that right?
Believe it or not.
In 23 hours and 56 minutes.
Yeah,
okay.
4 hours. 4 minutes off.
Believe it or not, though, that's a big difference from 24 hours.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4.1 seconds.
Wow.
That's the number I memorized like when I was 8, because I just thought it was so cool.
Oh, you just bragging now.
No, okay, so now, how come our watches don't go 23 hours, 56 minutes?
Right.
Because we don't care how long it takes Earth to rotate. We care how long it takes the sun to return to its position in the sky.
That's right, because we're talking about the meridians.
Yes. How long does it take the sun to get back to the meridian? That's 24 hours.
Gotcha.
So where the extra 4 minutes go?
I don't know.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
In the day that it took to rotate, in the 23 hours, 56 minutes it took to rotate, Earth moved in its orbit.
Yes. Right, because we're also not just rotating, we're going around the sun.
So in our orbit, we end up repositioning ourselves so that by the time the sun is back in its position to be considered noon, we have essentially offset that rotation by 4 minutes every single day. That's crazy. Oh man, I love it.
So we go 1 day's worth of our orbit around. And the sun is not lined up where it used to. We have to turn a little extra to line the sun back up.
Gotcha.
Every one of these days, we have a little extra turn.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
To line the sun back up.
Okay.
That turn is 4 minutes.
Cool.
Okay? Okay. Except it's not exactly 4 minutes.
Of course. All right.
All right. Here's the problem. There are times we are closer to the sun. That's in January, December, January. Times we are farthest from the sun.
Okay.
June, July.
All right.
Okay? When we're closer to the sun, we're moving faster in our orbit, as Newton and Kepler's laws prescribe. If we go faster in our orbit, it means we go farther in a day.
So that 4 minutes is further.
So we have to rotate more than 4 minutes to line up the sun.
Gotcha.
And on the other side, we don't go as far. We'd have to rotate less than 4 minutes.
Gotcha.
Okay? So what do you do? So they said, we got to average this out.
Oh man, big ups to the editor for putting that in. Not to scale, just letting everybody know not to come at him in the comments. Great job covering yourself, editor.
Okay. So what do you do? So they said, we got to average this out.
Right.
Okay.
Because it is a mess.
It's a mess. We can't keep changing it. It's not our fault. Earth is not a perfect circle.
Right. So you know what we're going to do, people? Give up on time.
No, we're going to take averages.
Right.
And let me tell you how bad it would get. You're waiting for the sun to get back to the meridian. Depending on the time of year, it'll get there 16 minutes earlier than your clock says it should get there.
That's worse than New York City buses, okay?
And that borders on CP time right there. That's not PC.
No, it's not, but who cares? It's still funny.
So the sun can get there 16 minutes early or arrive 16 minutes late. That's how big the shift is because of Earth's distance to the sun changing that extra little 4 minutes. If we had a perfectly circular orbit, 4 minutes would hit it every time.
Every time.
But we don't.
Right.
So we got to average this out.
Gotcha.
And what's another word for average?
Mean.
The mean. So the Greenwich time zone is officially Greenwich Mean Time. It has nothing to do with emotion or anger. It is the complete average of how long it takes Earth to rotate and have the sun return to its spot on the sky.
I kind of like the idea of Greenwich Mean Time just being time with a very bad disposition.
Yes. What time is it? I already told you. You asked me that a minute ago. Exactly. It's a minute later. Time with an attitude. So there's so much more in GMT than it just being a simple time zone.
Right.
So there it is.
There it is.
Another explainer.
I liked it. That was good.
Putting the mean in the Greenwich Mean Time. This has been Star Talk, yet another explainer. Chuck, thanks for being here.
Always a pleasure.
All right. Neil deGrasse Tyson, as always. Keep looking up.
Great explainer. Oh man. So yeah, our days are offset by an average of 4 minutes. An average because depending on where our planet is in its rotation, it'll be less than 4 minutes or more than 4 minutes. Oh, I love these little tidbits. It was great. But all right, y'all. I hope y'all learned something right along with me today. All right, so y'all know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. Let me know what you'd like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you really feel like joining the supporting this platform, consider joining the Patreon. And you can join as a free member as well and get the music reactions that you want to get through the live stream sessions that I'm going to be doing on Patreon. All right, so y'all know what to do. Till next time, take care of yourselves, and I'm out of here. All right. That was great. Just followed. Yo, what's good? Welcome. All right, so what I do on here is I do live reactions. I'm a reactor. As one of the things I do, I'm a reactor. I'm also a Star Wars content creator. But this is our live session where I do live reactions. So if you have any request on anything on YouTube or, you know, mostly other places, whatever, but mostly YouTube, TikTok maybe, then let me know. I'll check it out. The only rule is it has to be something that won't get flagged by the YouTube algorithm. So I can't do mainstream music. But if it's something that's or like TV show clips, for some reason TV shows be on your ass too. So yeah, if you have a request for something you want to check out, let me know. We'll get into it. All right, so next, let me see here. We're gonna check out Casual Geographic. He's got a new one up. He's got a couple of new ones up. I'm behind on his channel, but let's go ahead and get into it. All right, it's time to kick off this reaction. What's going on, everyone? It's time for another reaction. All right, so what we got for today, we're about to get some Casual Geographic. All right, this next one is why it sucks to be Earth's oldest genius. All right. Oldest genius. I'm assuming he's talking about octopus or squid or something like that, but especially since we're seeing the water right here. All right, let's check this out. Let's get it. Let's go.
No friends, no family, no wife, no life, underlooked, you're chronically cooked, abject, inept, disrespect, and often neglect. For an animal allergic to love.
Damn, that was a wild opening. Why you gotta do him like that? Oh, let's get it again. Let's get it again.
No friends, no family, no wife, no life, underlooked, you're chronically cooked, abject, inept, disrespect, and often neglect. For an animal allergic.
The funny thing is, I seen that clip with the dude getting slapped with the octopus. That was a wild clip.
To love, nature sure did consummate their misery. The octopus is a high-functioning, overachieving tentacle slug.
I was right, octopus. I had a feeling it was like oldest genius. Yeah.
As a mollusk, they have a family reunion more confusing than Nick Cannon's, where they have everything from a venomous anime fighter jet to this thing. Which means the octopus is big.
Why'd you have to show the clip? Oh, I was like, please cut away, please cut away. No, he showed the whole thing. I hate that clip. I've seen that before, and I like, oh, not even the imagery of what, you know, what it's suggesting, but just the fact that you bit into something like that, like, ew, it's not even cooked. Ew.
Basically an overqualified snail that lost its shell and had to overcompensate. Now they do have a lot going for them. They wouldn't have lasted 300 million years of reverse plot armor otherwise, but call it cosmic calamari the way they get absolutely deep fried by fate. They're built like malicious compliance. Like the boss's brat demanded an octopus and the developer had no choice and did so out of spite. You're gonna learn that the animal sans a skeleton got entirely T-boned by nature. It all starts when they're born. Octopus might just have the worst predator spread of any animal. Anything from cod, sharks, dolphins, stingrays, seals, sea lions, sea birds, sea otters, sea stars, eels, other octopus, and especially humans will all put an octopus out.
I was about to say, don't forget humans. Don't forget humans, that calamari.
Order in the name of protein. Dolphins will even tag along stingray hunts to allow the ray's electroreception to lead it to a hiding octopus. Mind you, stingrays are like 2D sharks, and them and dolphins pulling up is like if the Reds and Blues of Los Angeles took the day off to go boo the Clippers. But dolphins don't need help humbling an octopus, as dolphins have been observed tenderizing the underwater 8-foots by repeatedly slamming them. Sea lions got the same playbook, as they'll swim to the surface and also maul the mollusk, serving Suplex City so hard it wakes the ghost of Hulk Hogan. It's how animals with no forks or knives can
Let's go. Oh man. Oh, the jokes. Ah man, I've missed them.
tear it into bite-sized chunks. But it also means octopus might as well be born with a shape before use label. But on the surface, it can look like an interspecies drive-by. Those are far from the only things that violate octopi. Sea otters are like waterproof wolverines that'll rip into octopus like candy. In some spots, they get targeted by the scissor jaws of the bobbit worm, a worm literally named after a woman who demembered her husband with a knife.
Wait. I actually paused. I was like, the bobbit worm? I was like, wait. I'm sorry. We shouldn't be allowing this. We shouldn't be naming animals after these psychopaths. I'm sorry. No. What's going on here? Why are we doing this? That means that thing was discovered after the whole Lorena Bobbitt situation. Like, wait, huh? Who thought of that? What sick person was like, you know what I'm gonna call this one? You know what I'm gonna call this one? People are weird.
Moray eel are a common octopus, and they even have remembered her husband with a knife. Moray eel are a common octopus, and they even have a second set of jaws in its throat to keep struggling prey in its custody, which seems like a suspiciously specific middle finger to a certain boneless entree. Even
for real, like, did evolution give them that just so they can mess up? Like, you don't see too many fish that's gonna get away like that and everything. So you don't need that for too many other creatures. I can only think of one that you would need that for.
Things that seem like an easy lick can game over an octopus. In real life, Squidward would have had Mr. Krabs meeting Miss Puff's husband first chance he got. Crabs are like the potato chips of nature, and one-on-one, an octopus isn't losing that matchup unless they happen to get cheap shot by forces beyond them. But that's for one crab. An army can easily overwhelm and eviscerate the octopus, who manages to suffer from crabs while only being screwed by
like, yeah, something about money. Oh, this video's cracking me up. I'm in tears.
They have a similar issue of getting jumped by leather jackets. And I don't mean a bite gang, I mean literal fish eating it alive. Some octopus will try their luck against an unassuming shrimp until they get served an appetite suppressant in the form of a bullet fist. It's so bad, it's confirmed octopus have night terrors about being eaten, with some filmed going from deep sleep to suddenly thrashing and inking themselves. And if PTSD ain't bad enough...
Wait, we've observed animal PTSD? Yo! So afraid of getting eaten by literally everything. So we are having nightmares and inking themselves. Why is this so funny to me? There's something wrong with me, I know. I gotta hear that again.
Luck against an unassuming shrimp until they get served an appetite suppressant in the form of a bullet fist. It's so bad, it's confirmed octopus have night terrors about being eaten, with some filmed going from deep sleep to suddenly thrashing and inking themselves. And if PTSD ain't bad enough, octopus can OD on that same ink. I was not kidding about malicious design. Imagine your biggest hater being your own creator, because the octopus seems to be at war with its own anatomy. Let's count the ways. Octopus will use ink as a smokescreen to escape, but if they can escape their own bomb, they'll suffocate and meet Nemo's mom. Self-toxic ink is just...
They have a toxin that they themselves are weak to? Oh, man. I didn't know octopus were ghost type. That's wild.
Where it starts. Octopus got no bones, no armor, no nails, just a massive chewy gelatinous protein. They do have a powerful bird-like beak, but a hitbox that small and a hurtbox the size of Madison Square Garden is deplorable design, and their build means virtually any shot you take is a headshot. Another thing is, octopus have 3 hearts, 1 central and 2 branchial hearts to pump blood to the gills, because apparently 300 million years wasn't enough time to make one cell functioning. And while that's kind of a joke, what isn't is the fact that them swimming fast takes so much energy, the systemic central heart literally stops beating. They count on cardiac arrest to get to where they want to go, meaning an octopus can be swimming for its life. Even at maximum effort, their best attempts are half-hearted. Octopus proved that a lot of us had evolution wrong. It's not survival of the fittest, it's just barely being good enough to keep the wheel going. And if that doesn't prove it, their brain does. Not intelligence, I mean the literal donut that has its esophagus running through it. Octopus risk brain damage every time they eat, and they're always a piece of food too big or too sharp away from factory resetting their entire personality, which is why they have the razor-sharp radula, the answer to a problem they never even asked for. That's not the only thing that can bring on cephalopods.
Why are they so messed up? Like, you know, normally you hear all the things that make octopus so superior and everything, but man, they got some killer nerfs.
Which is why they have the razor-sharp radula, the answer to a problem they never even asked for. That's not the only thing that can bring on cephalopod CTE. Since octopi can't thermoregulate, sudden changes in temperature can also cause significant brain damage for an animal that lives in the ocean. But remind me to get back to that. But none of that can top the fact that nature gave octopus a built-in self-destruct button. Senescence is the process of deteriorating with age, the withering of functional characteristics in living organisms, basically what kids think turning 30 is. It happens to everyone, but nature chipped Octopoda with a kill switch. It's no secret that making babies is the last thing an octopus will do, as the process seems to give both parties dementia, as they lose all sense of self-preservation. Symptoms of senescence include lack of feeding, skin around the eyes retreating, white lesions forming, and awkward, uncoordinated movements, almost like they have no purpose beyond this point. But some seem to actively crave the sweet release, since captive octopi have been seen trying to rush the process by banging into sides of their tank, tearing off pieces of their own skin, and even getting their tentacles tangled. And it all begins with these two guys. They're small, but they got big plans. Those are optic glands, and they're the double agents that lie dormant between the brain and optic lobe until they get active, usually around the same time the octopi do, and it's believed this triggers them to produce more steroids and boost cholesterol. Specifically, scientists saw more activity in the genes that produce neurotransmitters called catecholamines, along with steroids that help metabolize cholesterol. What does that all mean to you? Well, catecholamines are hormones like your epinephrine and dopamine, basically the fuel to your fight or flight, and in octopus, their job is to redirect energy away from eating and, keeping themselves alive, and put it all into raising their own, especially since that same optic gland will also secrete stuff to turn off digestion, which is why they starve to death. Not only that, but neuropeptides are what causes appetite and hunger, and they get turned off too. Yeah, they put the op in optic. It's a gland, but that optic got a lot of nerve, because in 1977, Brandeis...
Okay, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was a super clever joke right there. Oh man, what they not only is everything else taking them out, they're taking themselves out. They just literally focus on raising the next generation and just cut off all sense of survival. All not even trying to get hungry and eat like that. Oh man. That is crazy.
Psychologist Jerome Wadinsky removed the optic gland from a mother 2 spot, and the outcome was they abandoned their eggs, continued feeding, and lived longer. It's literal predetermined self-destruction, and it's the worst.
Predetermined self-destruction is great. That's exactly what that is. Imagine if, like, I always think, like, what if humans had to deal with that? Imagine if you reach a certain age and then a literal natural part of your body triggers you to just end yourself, basically. Like, you just start losing all functions and all will to live. But you're still moving though, because your one will is to go and take care of the next generation, but you're gonna take care of them to death. Your own death. Crazy.
First kind. The Australian anti-kindness has a similar fate, since males will mate themselves to death, and an increase of steroid hormones in the blood is how the kamikazes can go all out. Those same steroids also nerf the immune system and eventually cause a total body shutdown as they get poisoned by their own supply. But at least when that happens, they've mated with as many females as possible. The octopus is very much one and done.
Oh man, all these animals killing themselves for sex. Self-poisoning! Like, imagine that, self-poisoning. Oh man, so blue balls is a thing in the animal kingdom.
And that's why it's survival of just being good enough. You can end up lobotomized by your own dental. As long as it happens after you breed, that's strictly a you problem. And evolution can't save you from one of the most toxic relationships underwater as long as it ends with children. Yes, worse than the anglerfish. First of all, they barely tolerate each other. Lady octopus will respond to male harassment by chucking shells like it's Mario Kart. Just when the male thinks he's in the lead, there's a blue shell for his blue balls. It doesn't get much better if Squidward succeeds, since many males are dwarfed by their mates and run the very real risk of being cannibalized, leading to some very questionable mating methods. The blue-lined octopus will
So another animal that cannibalizes. So we got praying mantis, we got spiders, we got a few others and everything, but now squids are on that list too. Man. Males have it rough in other species. Very rough.
inject his mate with a venom while on top, a venom called tetrodotoxin, arguably the most potent neurotoxin out there. It obviously doesn't kill her, but it does make the female angry enough to yeet the male off her back once she's functional again. That's why male octopus have a venom gland 3 times the size of a female's, because ducks have a coital curly fry to force the issue, while the octopus clearly listens to Rick Ross. There is a catch.
Guidelines won't let me explain, but I'm sure the comments will for me. Yeah, if that's a male, we know exactly what's going on. Oh, man. Let's back that up a little bit. There was a part I wanted him to repeat.
Since many males are dwarfed by their mates and run the very real risk of being cannibalized, leading to some very questionable mating methods. The blue-lined octopus will inject his mate with a venom while on top, a venom called tetrodotoxin, arguably the most potent neurotoxin out
there. To think what's SA for us is just a means of survival for some other species. It's so wild. It's so wild. Nature is crazy.
It obviously doesn't kill her, but it does make the female angry enough to yeet the male off her back once she's functional again. That's why male octopus have a venom gland 3 times the size of a female's, because ducks have a coital curly fry to force the issue, while the octopus clearly listens to Rick Ross. There is a catch though. If the male doesn't envenomate her in the exact right spot, she can wake up early, and the best case is he gets some of his arms torn off. Of course, some, like an Argonaut, say screw it, literally, and just hand the female his baby arm and swim away. A physical invitation to go feel yourself. After mating, the male
just hands it off like, you know what, I'm not even trying to fight. It's not even worth it. You know what I'm here for. Here, just take it. Just take it. Take it. This fact is like the most viewed part.
The male off her back once she's functional again. That's why male octopus have a venom gland 3 times the size of a female's, because ducks have a coital curly fry to force the issue, while the octopus clearly listens to Rick Ross. There is a catch though. If the male doesn't envenomate her in the exact right spot, she can wake up early, and the best case is he gets some of his arms torn off. Of course, some, like an Argonaut, say screw it, literally, and just hand.
Bro, imagine, in order to get some, you gotta risk getting mutilated and possibly decapitated. Would you still do it? Well, we all know the answer. We all know the answer is yes. We're wired to do it, so we would still. Don't even act like you wouldn't.
The female his baby arm and swim away. A physical invitation to go feel yourself. After mating, the male basically waits to buy tickets to a Tupac concert. They go AFK, just a catatonic state where they move like an NPC. Also, post-mating males don't return to their dens. They don't even wait for death at home. They just circle the corner anticipating its arrival in the form of sickness, starvation, or getting turned out by a predator. The mother doesn't get off easier, since she gives up her entire existence the moment the eggs come out. She'll spend all day washing them with her siphon and guarding them, all while not going out to eat once. Mothers will eat their own arms before they leave them alone for a second, and that hunger strike can last years. One deep sea octopus brooded eggs for a total of 53 months, just under 4.5 years. It was by far the longest brooding period of any animal, and she even turned down crabs offered to her by researchers. Like all octopus, once the eggs hatch, the babies swim to the surface and spend their early days drifting the current. And if motherhood doesn't murk her, the she-puss just waits for something like a pack of starfish to put her in her place. That place being past tense. It's the worst outcome of any mother, worse than cheetahs, hyenas, and even the sea louse. The payoff is all the kids she's.
Wait, so even starfish? So of all the things on this list, they even got to worry about starfish? Man, I'm feeling more sorry for them as this video goes on. Like how? Who's getting murked by starfish? Well, actually, they're not taking them out. They're waiting until they go, then dragging them off. But still, you are literally a meal for everything and everyone. That's crazy.
Researchers. Like all octopus, once the eggs hatch, the babies swim to the surface and spend their early days drifting the current. And if motherhood doesn't murk her, the she-puss just waits for something like a pack of starfish to put her in her place. That place being past tense. It's the worst outcome of any mother, worse than cheetahs, hyenas, and even the sea louse. The payoff is all the kids she spawns. The giant Pacific octopus can have over 100,000 eggs, and some like the cyanea can exceed 500,000. With all these sentient grains of rice, about 1 or 2 will live long enough to repeat the cycle. Because as far as evolution's concerned, that's enough. From egg to adult, the octopus's short life isn't a total show, it's a septic symphony. And the biggest insult is the wasted potential. The octopus got straight up cheated. Almost like someone knew there were a few changes from an obnoxiously overqualified Sigma slug seriously bending the natural order. Octopus don't have hands, but they do have arms, and they'll throw them, with reports of octopus suffocating threats like dolphins and sharks. Specifically, an octopus was caught shoving its arms down the gills of a pajama shark, nearly putting it to bed permanently. And speaking of sharks, that matchup isn't as one-sided as you think. In a Seattle aquarium, one octopus earned himself solitary confinement, and the reason was, staff kept finding the bodies of dead, butchered dogfish sharks all over the tank floor, until cameras caught the neighborhood octopus murking any sharks that were put in the tank with him. Octopus will square up with sea lions with everything they have, and even ship-sinking stellar sea lions can struggle with a vindictive hors d'oeuvre. Even the symbol of America can get it, and there's at least one seagull with octopus in its itinerary. Not to mention Neptune's hitman has enough awareness of human anatomy to attempt to play hangman. But the octopus's biggest flex is their shape-shifting. Octopus have the ability to change colors, despite being colorblind. It's said that their skin may be sensitive to hues, shadows, and colors around them, and can conform to their environment. Some, like this cyanea, can make hundreds of transformations in a day, but one octopus does this on steroids. The mimic octopus can not only cosplay as other animals, it'll purposely exploit their own fears. If a mimic's getting harassed by some punk-ass damselfish, it'll take the form of a venomous sea crate. And if the block's real hot with predators, the mimic mirrors the biggest threat in the area, a lionfish. But you can have all the tools in the world. It means nothing unless you know how to use them. And few things alive are as nice with the tools as the 8-armed handyman. The coconut octopus got its name because it'll appropriate the shells of the fruit as a travel-sized panic room, pretty much re-equipping the shell that time took away from them. Some will go incognito by using shells to hide in plain sight. They don't always use tools to avoid problems. Some, like the blanket octopus, invite them by stealing Portuguese man-of-war tentacles and practicing ocean open carry. And as predators, some have learned to drill holes in prey in the exact spot needed to neutralize them. They say octopus have the intelligence of a 3-year-old, yet man's moving like a pre-med major, and it's probably because octopus don't have one brain, they have 9. Each arm basically has a mind of its own, meaning 2/3 of its own cognition lies outside its own head, with over 2,000 suckers that all move independently. 8 arms that can independently learn more about the world around them. A cornucopia of consciousness, a borderline hive mind. Y'all forgot about that temperature problem, right? Well, octopus can edit their own RNA based on how hot or cold the water around them is. It's basically a built-in thermostat that protects them from breaking their brains. All that brain power is how a snail's uncle is smart enough to solve problems, and in some cases become one. Some octopus have learned not only when and where crabbers will show up, they'll time it.
What was the little caption right there?
All that brain power is how a snail's uncle is smart enough to solve problems.
You're watching a baby octopus riding a jellyfish. Wow.
And in some cases become one. Some octopus have learned not only when and where crabbers will show up, they'll time it just right to where they'll swipe the crab from the trap, disrespect Steve, his name's Steve's, entire livelihood, and vanish, leaving behind corpses. Octopus can also tell people apart, and sometimes they'll end up having beef with one in particular, and will squirt them and only them. Some don't even stop at people. Otto the octopus decided he didn't like an overhead light, so he climbed to the edge of his tank and shot water at it, causing the entire aquarium electrical system to go out, and he did this night after night, repeatedly, until folks caught on. So why am I telling you how smart a Second Amendment slug is? It's cause they could and should be smarter. Most high IQ creatures have 2 things in common. They're social and live in groups, and they live long. And sometimes those 2 things combine to form number 3. They're led by a grandmother. This means not only can they spend years and even decades learning, they can pass it down, building a generational database of knowledge. Octopus get none of that. Every octopus is born an orphan. It's like a video game with no save points, so every time an octopus passes, everything it learned along the way goes with it, so every octopus after it has to start from scratch. Which puts in perspective the insanity of what they accomplished in 2 years, and that's another thing, they only get a couple of years. The intelligence of a 3-year-old just to end their trial to life after 2. If octopus lived longer, lived in groups, and weren't literal deadbeat parents, I'm talking like the Batman kind, it could get scary. That's why I say octopus got screwed. Change 1 or 2 things, the entire food chain might fall. Like imagine if octopus just did the turtle thing and just climbed onto a beach, dropped their eggs, and dipped. And it's not like octopus can't climb out of water. They can breathe through their skin for a short period, and they'll use this ability to take lives on land. So why not create them? Except the soft-bodied cephalopods would probably get put on a shirt before they got far. If only they had like a shell or something to protect them. It's a shame nature never came out with anything like that. And then imagine if octopus worked together. Humboldt squid scare me for the specific fact that they kill in packs, and there has to be at least one human who was jumped to drag to the abyss and hate crime by the Antichrist calamari clan. But aside from violence, imagine what a group of like-minded octopi could do. They might mess around and start a renaissance. In fact, what if I told you it's already started? In 2016, in Jervis Bay off the coast of Australia, scientists found a non-human settlement containing residents.
Got squids over here finally uniting? Got a colony?
Of gloomy octopus, up to 15 of them, living on dens on top of scallop shells, doing everything from hanging out, communicating, to fighting, procreating, and even evicting particular offenders from their den. It's like an octopus suburb. It's a cephalopod community, and scientists named it Oclantis. And it's not the first. Octopolis was discovered in 2009, except Octopolis was founded around a huge human-made metal object. And no, they're not actual cities, it's just cute to call them that, but you gotta ask, what are they cooking? One can only pray they don't F around and invent capitalism. Because the last way octopus by nature isn't actually natural, but it's by humanity. 300 million years of character development just to end up in a glass box is brutal. And thanks to pretty privilege, good luck getting the public to care about their mental health the same way they do with cats and dogs, despite arguably being just as smart. And if an octopus can have nightmares and predator PTSD, safe to assume they suffer from being confined to a fishbowl, just like orcas. Except orcas are a lot louder about their displeasure. In fact, there's a really good chance octopus are fully capable of catching feelings and forming attachments. Remember that next time an influencer tries to mukbang one still alive. I guess what I'm trying to say is, octopus deserve way more credit than they get. They're really out of this world. And maybe that's why the world tries so hard to remove them. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Drink water, hug your mother, buy my book, spare a thought for the old octopus. And I'ma see y'all in the next one.
It's like it's like Davy Jones.
They look like googly eyes. They look like they painted on.
Just get like
So some other aerobic team just came before and just left it here.
It's like some little kid dropped their toy.
Trash.
Oh man, some kid dropped their toy. That's cold-blooded. Oh man, so what do you guys' thoughts on octopus? I find it to be interesting. I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to touch one, not a live one. You know, I've had calamari. I've had a couple of like octopus and squid dishes. They're not something that I particularly like. They're not a go-to for me. I like seafood, but you know, I'm like, okay, I'm good on that. But I always thought that they had so many buffs. The fact that they have so many weaknesses is crazy. Oh man, very educational. I never knew about all the weaknesses. And when he started talking about all their strengths, I knew about all of that stuff. But the weaknesses is wild. So many things that get in their way. No wonder that they haven't taken over the world yet. They got a lot of hurdles to work through on their own first. Oh man, but all right, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. And let me just like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you really feel like supporting this platform, consider joining our Patreon or just become a free member on the Patreon so you can check out the music reactions that I put on there that I cannot put on here. All right, y'all. So till next time, take care of yourselves, and I'm out of here. Okay, so that's it for that one. All right, we don't have any suggestions up or anything right now, so we're just gonna keep this going. What do I want to check out next? Oh, here we go. Harry Mack dropped his new one just 3 hours ago. Let's go.
Up the hookah or play some cards.
I know I still got Harry Max to catch up on, but screw it. Let's get on to this new one. All right, y'all. Here we go. What's going on, everyone? Let's check out another reaction. What we got going on today? We're about to check out some Harry Mack. All right, so this one is for the horticulturists. I messed that up. Whatever. But all right, freestyle, Omegle bars, 114. Man. All right, let's go ahead and check this out. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Up the hookah or play some
What's up,
cards.
y'all?
Yeah.
What's up, you guys?
What's up, homie?
Could I do a freestyle for you guys?
Hell yeah.
Wait a minute.
Let me see, I'll put myself right here.
Wait a whole second. You do YouTube, don't you?
I'm known to do YouTube from time to time.
I know your face.
Okay, all right. Yo, let's have some fun, man. Can you guys give me some words? And
3 words?
Let's get more than 3. Let's get 2 from each of you.
Oh God, I don't know.
Ventriloquist.
Ooh, ventriloquist.
Nice one.
That's a good one.
Cataclysm.
Cataclysm. Damn, man. Do you rap?
Pineapple.
Hold on. I'm going to challenge you. So let's say no foods and no animals.
Oh God.
You could have let Pineapple slide this time. He gave you 2 good ones.
That's fine. Whatever it is.
Right there, look.
Marijuana.
Marijuana. Hell yeah. All right.
And
Try that one. Dude.
hibiscus.
Hibiscus. Yo, let's go. All right.
Okay.
So ventriloquist, cataclysm, marijuana, and hibiscus. Those are the words.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Let's go, man. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Mac is out here killing this. I'ma make sure that both of y'all are feeling this. When it comes to spilling this off the top, he's really lit. I ain't no puppet, so I ain't got no ventriloquist. Yeah, every time I float, I'm the choice. Word to ventriloquist who be throat when they voice. But my voice gets thrown live through the screen. I be on here shining something like high beams. My lyrics are on point. New styles are coined. I'ma kick these bars while you smoking on the joint. Lighting it back up, they steady getting lifted. When it comes to lyrics, they knowin' that Mac is gifted. I persisted. I spit this and straight flip scripts while the two of y'all are on the couch getting twisted. Yeah, and y'all know I'm here to make it happen. Cause Mackin be known for kicking all that crazy rapping. Around the town, they see that the boss known. Shouts out to the girl with sweater with skull and crossbones. Yeah, I can see it right there, I make it relevant.
All right, they're loving it. They're loving it. They're like, oh man, his freestyle's that good. He's talking about what we're doing while we're doing it. Yes, that's Harry Mack. That's Harry Mack for you.
I melt the rapper's flesh, then I'm revealing the skeleton. And y'all know I let my flow sing. Matter of fact, both of y'all matching with the nose rings. Y'all know there ain't nobody that's fooling me. I shine like your silver chain. I'm shouting out your jewelry. It's cool to me. I came through with the hard style. Speaking of patterns, I be spitting like your Argyle. Neck getting loose. And y'all know that I rap with vision. Over for my haters. I'm about to cause a cataclysm.
Woo! Oh, that build-up was nice. That was nice. No, bring it back. Bring it back.
Over for my haters, I'm about to cause a cataclysm. I'm in a whole different category. It's not your average rapper story. Take the first syllable of cataclysm when I rap. I'm a lion, I'm a tiger, Harry Mack the big cat. Matter of fact, I spit ether through the net. Cat 5. Every time I spit, they recognize the max.
Whoa, no, that was nice. No, bring that back. That whole thing. Hold up.
I spit ether through the net. Cat 5. Every time when I rap, I'm a lion, I'm a tiger, Harry Mack the big cat. Matter of fact, I spit ether through the net. Cat 5. Every time I spit, they recognize the max live. I'm breaking it.
That was nice.
Causing a catastrophe. These rappers be mad at me. Actually, I use the faculties within my mental. I feel it's essential. Try to bite my style, it'll probably crack your dental. Just a rhyme for you. Yes, it's Harry's honor. When I
said try to bite my style, probably crack your dental. Tell him something, Mac. Tell him something. Oh man, he's like, don't try to do this. You might hurt yourself. You just might hurt yourself.
Crack your dental. Just a rhyme for you. Yes, it's Harry's honor. When I spit this, I get you lifted just like the marijuana. I do everything that they can. He pointed to the side. He's like, reference the plan. I'm knowing that y'all are growing. I get you open, thought provoking, like you're smoking the dope inside of the session. I'ma drop another blessing. Rap professing. Mac brought the real information. I win by like every indication. This is live thought synthesization. Making up words and coming with new vocab. Cause when I spit it off the top, I'm making people go mad. Every time I spit this truth, I'm good for your health like hibiscus juice. Yeah, breaking it down for all the horticulturists. Every time I rhyme, I show y'all what freestyle culture is. I'm about to throw it back to all the legends. Shouts to Juice, shouts to Super Nat, we reppin' for all the real ones who built this stage, who killed it in spectacular ways. I'ma leave the crowd ablaze. Y'all know that Harry Mack brings the wild vibes. Piece of these two new friends that's chillin' outside, breaking it down, crazy sound, I will astound. Yeah, we in the house though. Hey yo, these rappers puny like a mouse, bro. When I spit it off top, I do it cleanly. I'm going over domes just like his beanie. Yeah, and y'all know that on the screen he said,
that was nice. He was like, yo, what? That was great.
Yeah, and y'all know that I'm clean and I'm raw. I popped up on the screen, he said, bro, I seen you before. I'm pretty sure I seen you. I don't think you a new dude. I'm pretty sure from time to time you do YouTube. Yes, indeed, it's true, dude, so let me show you why. Cause every time I spit it off, the mental dog gets fly. And y'all know the issues are what I confront. Live through the speakers I pump. Y'all be smoking on the joint. Y'all be lighting up the blunt. I'm a bubble just like a bong. I'ma get you high like a glass pipe. Yeah, I'm mad hype. The Mac might break it down forever while I'm filling y'all with joy. If you rockin' with the music, someone make some noise. Let's go.
Hey, yo. That shit was fire.
What's your YouTube?
That shit was gas. I've seen you. I've seen your videos, dude. I love and like, I share, I follow everything that you're on, dude. I love it.
Oh, that's awesome, bro. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, guys.
Dude, all love.
Have a great
Rhode
day.
Island.
That was
It's
the best thing we've seen on here.
Let's
Best
go.
thing.
I'm honored.
Dude.
I'm honored. Peace to Rhode
All
Island.
love from Rhode Island, dude.
Much love, you guys. Hey,
Oh, that's it already?
All right.
Oh, okay. So this must have been just like a single clip or whatever. But hey, that was a great one. You know what? Hold up. We need to get this whole thing. We need to get this whole thing. Hang on a second. We can't let it end like that. Wait, is he like breaking them up into singles now? That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so I guess that really was 14. I don't know. Looks like he's doing something new here. I see another one that says 14 on here. That looks like somebody else. So is he just breaking them up? That's what this looks like. Okay. Well, we'll get this other half of 14 real quick.
What's up, dude?
What's up, bro?
Not much. What are you up to?
Man, I'm just chilling, man. It's my day off of work.
Oh.
Went to Marshalls, got some shoes.
Nice, man.
I'm making a little bit more money than I used to, so like all my vices and I buy them in bulk. I don't really drink alcohol no more, so trying to do some replacement therapy.
Oh, good for you,
Okay.
man. That's dope. Congrats too on you making some more money now. That's awesome, dude.
I became a lifeguard, bro. And, like,
Always big up somebody doing better with their life, making more money, you know, quit drinking, and doing better things with your life, better decisions. Always big ups to you. Big ups to you.
I would never, like me 2 years ago, I would have never thought I'd be doing like that.
That's dope, man. Good for you, bro. That's really dope, man.
I would say try to replace the monster drinks because that sugar, whew, man, yeah, no. Try to slowly wing yourself off of that too. Just my advice.
Well, yo, could I do a freestyle for you?
Hell yeah! I was just about to say, bro, what like you make content and like what? Drop all your socials. I'm with you. I already know you got some dope.
Oh hell yeah, bro. Well, here, let me show and prove, man. Let me do a freestyle for you. I'm gonna make it up. So could you give me like some some creative words to challenge me?
All right, ricotta cheese.
Ricotta cheese.
925 silver.
What's 925 silver?
It's like a type of silver.
Like to make jewelry and stuff like that?
Yeah, like the ones I got.
All right, 925 silver. Give me one more.
Marlboro red.
All right, we're gonna go with ricotta cheese, 925 silver, like you rocking on your chain, and Marlboro reds. What kind of—
Why do I feel like he just listed off all the stuff that he has on him in this present moment? Like he has some cheese on him right now. It's just not on camera.
beats you like?
I know I got one that you might with. It's by Momo Ward. It's Action Bronson type beat. It's called San Andreas.
And that's on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see that right now. All right, let's do this one. You ready?
Hell yeah, man. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Woo! This beat is fire too. Yeah. 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 We be getting big offers. My man's like, bro, I used to be a dishwasher. $7.25 an hour, yeah, a job's a job, but I gotta keep on elevating, bro. That's on God. Now he's a lifeguard, bringing in the paper, and this is just the beginning. He's making moves that's major. I'm blessed that now you are aware of me, sipping Monster Energy for that replacement therapy. Check out the way that my style evolves. He's like, dog, I took a break from the alcohol. Much love to my man. Hey, yo, sometimes we just have to do it. Hey, yo, he's taking a pause on that liquor fluid. He's elevating his life. That shit's inspiring. I spit so many flames, they're gonna have to call the firemen. My man's like,
whoo, man, to have somebody spitting bars about your progress, about you doing better in your life. Oh, man. I know that feels good. I know it feels good. Yeah, but still, scrap that monster drink, man. I'm telling you, scrap that monster drink. It's just like, I know it's tough, but kill the sugar and the caffeine. It's going to take you like a month, but you're going to feel like shit for the first 2 weeks. But by week 3, you're going to feel great. By the end of the month, you're going to feel amazing. Amazing. So yeah, definitely my advice there. You get off of alcohol, definitely. But yeah, get off the massive sugar as well. All right. All right, we got more people coming in here. Let's go ahead and open up the chat window. What's going on, y'all? So, hey, sorry if I'm bugging your butt. Yo, I whipped up some sick art for a streamer. Want to peep? Yeah, we can check that out after this reaction. Definitely check that out. I know this might be sound like a sometimes. If you, just drop your Discord in chat. All right, so we'll check that out in a moment. Let's go ahead and finish up this reaction. Oh man, let's go.
They're gonna have to call the firemen. My man's like, dog, nobody's stopping me. Upgraded his life, now he's making ricotta cheese, getting that paper. Y'all know we bringing it in. These dope lyrics that I spit, I got you clinging to them. Yeah, I wake you up, I need a remedy. Think, said Max a monster, I hit you like an energy drink, for real. I break it down cause my rhyme's alive. I'm the type that they gon' idolize, yeah. Time to open up your inner eye. I shine like the silver, reppin' for the 925. Y'all know the deal.
Okay.
Shining like a silver chain when I spill the flames. Mac really here to kill the game with the fresh flow. Freestyle manifesto, rep the West Coast. I called it out, he said, let's go. Yeah.
Whoo, yeah, he's killing. Get that 9 to 5 part again.
I break it down cause my rhyme's alive. I'm the type that they gon' idolize, yeah. Time to open up your inner eye. I shine like the silver, reppin' for the 925. Y'all know the deal, bro.
Woo!
Like a silver
Nice.
chain when I spill the flames. Mac really here to kill the game with the fresh flow. Freestyle manifesto, rep the West Coast. I called it out, he said, let's go. Yeah, y'all know I'm really out here living that. Spit the sickest raps, 925, he predicted that. And when I spit, I'm going hard. I swear every verse I spit has at least 925 bars. They know who I are, homie, I'm up in it. Any competition in the game, y'all know we about to win it. Lyrics, they be dope. I'm filling people with hope. Treat these lyrics like your vices, cause I'm copping mine in bulk. Listen, y'all know Harry Mack gon' press a bigger.
Okay, that's what I love about it. Bringing back the conversation. He just mentioned that he buys stuff in bulk because he's making more money now. He mentioned that at the beginning, and he kept that locked in, ready.
Y'all know Harry Mack gon' press a bigger threat on the internet while my man smoking the cigarette. I heard the word, I was like, it's hard to bounce back. Hold up, let me practice, dog, and learn how to pronounce that. Now I got it, because I heard just what you said. I don't never write it, I'd rather recite it off the head. I'ma keep on smoking microphones until the day I'm dead. Said I'm smoking microphones like they some Marlboro Reds. Look, y'all know we got the whole game on red. H-Mag about to serve you another pack. I see these rappers, they really don't want none. Whole nother level I'm on, son. I was like, what do you fuck with? He was like, Action Bronson. Had the beat ready, he's like, dog, you can type it in. Now these dope lyrics off the top, I be reciting them for real though. Dog, your story, it will inspire to elevate your life higher. Homie, that shit's fire, keep going. I swear to God, it's just the beginning. I can tell from your energy, you're meant for winning. Keep on taking it to new spots. Y'all know I amaze with rhymes, but you be a lifeguard, bro. You out there saving lives. Real talk, we need people like you. Off the top of the dome, my lyrics seeping right through. I be doing what I'm feeling, flow could never be destroyed. Putting smiles on their faces while we out here spreading joy. Let's go.
Yo!
Woo!
I'm going crazy.
Thank you, homie.
Bro, I know you got YouTube or IG, bro. What is it, bro? You just got a new fan, dog. I can't lie.
Appreciate it, bro. That means so much to me. Yeah, man, I'm on both YouTube and Instagram. I go by Harry Mack.
Man, keep doing what you're doing, dog. Art is art, bro. There can never be enough artists, bro.
I hear that, bro. I couldn't agree more, man.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna keep it pushing, bro. God bless you, dog. Have a good day.
My dude, much love. And congratulations on the new job, man. Keep on elevating, for real.
Thank you, bro.
Peace.
Peace.
Always great to see somebody doing great, uplifting themselves. Oh man, love to see it. Love to see it. All right, y'all. So y'all know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this one, and let me know what you'd like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you really feel like supporting this platform, consider joining the Patreon. All right? Okay, so till next time, take care of yourselves. I'm out of here. All right, so Ella James. No, let me fix this chat a little bit. Let me bring that down a little bit there. We don't need all of that. We don't need all of that. We can make that just a little bit bigger. There we go. All right. Wait, so what's your Discord? I'll look you up. I gotta reload my Discord anyway if I'm gonna look at this stuff. Or if you have a link, let me know. I'll give you a few moments before I start another reaction. Or if you have a reaction that you would like to see me, or a video you'd like to see me react to, let me know. Like, put it in the chat and we'll check it out. And yeah, you're obviously a bot mounted. Mount dry. All right, I'll give you a moment. I can take a moment to like drink some water and stuff. I think it's been like an hour. Ooh, an hour and 34 minutes. I didn't even realize it was that long. Okay, no response. Passerby. Not really serious. I get it. Okay, so now time to check out what we're going to check out next. What we got. I'm ready to laugh at some stuff. Oh, here's somebody I haven't checked out in a while. Somebody I've reacted to in the past. CJ the Champ. Oh man, he's come out with so many new ones since last time I checked out here. So let me see here. What's a one that would be fun to check out? Oh, The Trial of Sale. They'll let me some Sale. Pause, damn you. All right. Okay, let's get into this. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the spot. We kick back and react to all kind of different things. All right. What we got going on today? We're about to check out CJ the Champ. It's been a while since we checked him out. Okay, so this one is The Trial of Sale. Oh man, I already know this one's gonna be hilarious. Oh, Sale, one of the greatest villains in Dragon Ball history. Let's go ahead and check this out. Let's go.
Hey freak, get out the fucking road, why don't you? Yeah man, out of here.
I came looking for man's butt.
That's the old Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, y'all gonna see me in tears. I already know. CJ is hilarious.
I like you and I want you. Now we can do this the
easy way. I think this is the hard way.
The choice is yours.
The fact that he used the actual audio clip too is hilarious.
Boys, if he ain't gonna move, we gonna make a move.
Okay, I see you choosing the hard way. I'm a warrior.
The combination of the two audio clips is killing me. Oh, I'm a warrior. Guilty. We haven't even started yet. Guilty. Guilty of it all. Guilty. Throw the book at him.
And gentlemen, welcome back to the good old round table. And y'all already know what time it is. Hit the graphic. It's trial time, baby. And it is none other than this homicidal maniac, freaky ass green roach. When I say he's a freaky ass roach, I mean that literally. Pause, but dude was literally out here sucking niggas dry and giving them back shots with his tail.
That's the funny part. part too. I was like, why are you sticking them in their lower backs? Oh man, the camera angles. Oh god.
But anyways, this trial will go as follows. This roach will have 3 exhibits. 3 exhibits for each single form. And this is where we're gonna have some fun, because we're gonna grade each of them separately. Because let's be real, you know damn well where this imperfect version needs to be at. Like, let's not even sugarcoat it, bro. So y'all already know. The evidence is on deck and ready to be presented. So without further ado, Exhibit A. All right.
We already know.
I now present to you Exhibit A. Imperfect cell. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's not even sugarcoat it. This man was a fucking freak. Oh my god, brother. After rewatching the Cell saga for this video, it's like the first part of it is a horror movie. Because
For real.
what this freak was doing. Now, Cell was an android from the future created by
It is definitely like a horror film kind of scenario when you look at how they was doing Cell, how he was moving in imperfect cell form. I remember when it came first came to America, this particular arc. I was a teenager at the time, and I remember watching this like, yo, this is no longer an action show. This is straight up like some nightmare fuel horror stuff. Like, what's going on here? Oh, so you're absolutely right.
Dr. Giro. And the reason he even made him in the first place
the dude for Smurfs.
It's like the first part of it is a horror movie because of what this freak was doing. Now, Cell was an android from the future created by Dr. Giro. And the reason he even made him in the first place was just to kill Goku. Deadass, Giro hated this nigga because of what Goku did back in the original Dragon Ball when he destroyed the entire Red Ribbon Army. So Giro decided to do some Lex Luthor level type shit. He sent out these little bugs to monitor Goku's entire life and just collect data on him. And they just didn't collect data on Goku. They collected data on every single person he's fought. Vegeta, Piccolo, Frieza, etc. All to create the ultimate life form, the perfect fighter to kill Goku. And that was Cell, an amalgamation of everyone's cells. Now, Cell wanted to go back to the past because he wanted to quite literally suck up 17 and 18 and absorb them. So in this future timeline, 17
The imagery.
and 18 were already dead because Trunks beat him. So guess what this freaky ass insect did? He caught Trunks lacking at his time machine, crept up on him out of the shadows, and snapped his ass. The first person that he boomed was a alternate Trunks. Then after he
Well, first main character, because if you do the flashback and everything, it shows that he was murking a lot of regular people. He was basically picking up all the scraps the survivors left behind from all the android attacks. So technically not his first kill, his first character kill.
boom Trunks, he decided to jack his time machine. Look at this fat ass bug. He knew damn well he wasn't gonna fit in that shit. So he decided to revert all the way back to his larval state so he could get in the time machine and go back all the way into the past. 4 years exactly before the Cell saga. So when he finally got to the main timeline, he dug a hole into the ground and stayed there until he could fully grow his body back. And then 4 years later, this freaky ass bug emerged. Now, the first major atrocity Cell committed was the Gingertown Massacre. This freak absorbed an entire population. The only footage we have of this is a news report gone horribly wrong. Breaking news! Ladies and gentlemen, we're down in Gingertown right now, and the army is engaging with a ginormous oversized roach. Of the shooting stopped. Why is all the clothes on the ground? Is somebody breathing down my neck? Hello? Ladies and gentlemen, it seems that our reporter Bartholomew is having technical difficulties. Oh, wait, the feed's coming back right now.
Give me that.
I'm telling y'all, bro, when they first introduced this man, this was a scene straight out of a horror movie. He literally turned this town into Silent Hill. It became a ghost town, and you saw no dead bodies. It was littered with people's clothes.
And the way they did it, the way they built it up was insane too, because you don't even see Cell the first time you see this massacre. You just see what happened. And you know it's not the androids because you see they showed you where the androids are and what they're doing and stuff. And you're just thinking, what's going on here? Like, they leave it, the way they did it was so good. It's the reason why the Cell is considered like the best arc in Dragon Ball. From start to finish, it kept you compelled, it kept you at the edge of your seat.
And the only thing that you saw was this man's silhouette walking in the shadows. And guess what? We have an actual number of how many people he absorbed in Gingertown. It was a whopping 15K. This man was a homicidal maniac. So the first person to confront Cell was Piccolo. So when Cell first approached this man, he pulled up on him, hauling around a whole ass person. And he did this dude so dirty. This dude looked at Piccolo and started begging for his life like, "Oh, Mr. Green nigga, please help me. He's been giving everybody in the town back shots with his tail. Nigga, please, I'll give you 100 bands. Don't let him take my booty." Oh, fuck, he actually took his ass. Like, dude, look at him. Dude is melting. This has to be one of the worst ways to ever go out. Like,
this was crazy when we first saw it. Like, just seeing the character melt away, I was like, yo, what's Dragon Ball becoming? What is this arc? And then just the sheer look of horror on Piccolo's face. Oh man, this was cinema.
Jesus, man. So after he absorbed this man, he looked at Piccolo and told him, hello, Piccolo. I hope you enjoyed the show that I just gave you. And I can't wait to give that fine green ass some back shots.
You's a freaky ass nigga.
Nah, twin. He shoots a key blast and blasts his Cell with the entire city. This man Piccolo took pest control to the next level, bro, into extreme levels to kill a bug. So Cell gets up out of the rubble and hits this ugly ass pose, bruh. Like, what made him hit this? Got his legs out and arms out and everything, looking like, oh yes, I'm stunting on the hose, Piccolo. Started messing with Piccolo's head. He shoots a special beam cannon at him. And this, the Piccolo looking at it like,
He copied my whole fucking flow. Word for word, bar for bar.
So Piccolo has had enough of this shit. He hip slaps the blast to the side and starts teeing off on this freaky ass bug, beating the dust off his ass. So after this is when Cell got on his freaky shit. He shoots a Kamehameha Piccolo, so he dodges it. But out of nowhere, Cell comes behind him and grabs him behind the back. And then he told this man, I'm gonna suck you dry now, Piccolo. So he sticks his nasty ass tail in his arm. And this nigga's talking shit behind him like, oh yes, Piccolo, yes, I'm digging in you, nigga. So after Cell pulled off that freaky shit, he turned Piccolo's arm into a uncooked pasta noodle. That was taking on for its life. So Piccolo had to regenerate his arm, and Trunks and Krillin finally pulled up. So Cell decided to take his leave. He hits him with a solar flare and dips. So after Cell was finished with Gingertown, he decided to hit the next town over. That was called Nicky Town. But before he went there, he had a little altercation. While this man was standing in the middle of the road, thinking about how he's gonna absorb everybody in Nicky Town, a bus pulls up behind him. So the bus driver ended up slamming the brakes and crashing the bus off to the side. So the driver started yelling at him and honking.
This scene was very unnecessary to say the least, but still.
His horn like crazy because Cell was not moving an inch. He was just completely ignoring them. So a bunch of football players get off the bus and confront Cell. And bro, I'ma be completely real with you. This is the only way I could describe how this went down. Hey freak, get out the fucking road, why don't you? Yeah man, fuck out of here.
I came looking for man. I like you, and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
All right, boys, if he ain't gonna move, we gonna make a move.
Okay, I see you choosing the hard way. Ruin that bike. I'm a warrior.
So after Cell basically took all these football players' butts, the last one standing was the bus driver. And this booty warrior was not leaving until he took this nigga's ass. He grabbed his face and ripped him out the front seat. And while this poor bus driver was crawling for dear life, Cell was just towering over him and saying in his head, you look delicious. So yeah, this dude just took 5 football players' butts, as well as the bus driver, man. Oh, God bless him in the afterlife, please. So the next incident on our list is Nicky Town. And as we can see, it looks like everybody's just enjoying their day in this peaceful suburb. So let's observe victim number 1. Now, as we can see, it's hot as hell outside. Shit looking like a hot, humid, musty-ass day in Bama. And my dude looked like he just trying to chill out, drinking some sweet tea. But while this man was enjoying his sweet tea, he looks up for 1 second. And he's just stun-locked, can't move a muscle. And all you see is the glass drop and this man's clothes falling to the ground. So Cell pulls up in front of everybody and says, greetings, everyone. Now who wants back shots? And just like that, this man's Cell turned an entire town into another ghost town. And these stragglers just got sucked dry. Just complete destruction with clothes littered everywhere. You couldn't find a trace of anyone's body. Everyone gone. And man, just look at the last guy standing, man. This dude's just spraying and praying with an M16, trying to make his last stand, just holding on to dear life. But every single bullet was just bouncing off Cell. And sadly, this dude's fate was just sealed. Dude ran out of ammo, and Cell was just towering over him. So he tripped over his own bullet casings. Cell stomped on him and just murdered this dude, bro. Oh my God, man, the way these people are going out is just absolutely terrible. And then this man was caught chasing down a mother and her kid, bro. Like, come on, bro. Oh man, this dude's a homicidal maniac. Man, this is the same size.
And that's what made that. They're like, why is he doing that? Like, we're happy that Krillin was able to save him in the end. But looking at the whole thing, why were you walking him down like that? That was highly unnecessary. Just straight horror film type stuff. Like, what's going on, Cell? Like, why you doing this to him, man? Why you doing this to him?
Bro, that's another 15K gone, dude. This wasn't even the last town. He went to more, bro. Look at this poor couple. He was chasing these niggas in a house of mirrors. Like, yo, this had to be terrifying for them. So when they finally reached the...
He was definitely doing this just because he was bored. Like, Cell was literally just having fun. Just, like, he was just having fun. Because when you look at how he was doing some of his victims, it was unnecessary. He was just doing this for the laughs.
Middle. Their fates were sealed. Cell comes through the glass and impales both of them. You can still see this guy's body twitching, bro. Like, oh my God, this freaky ass bug was brutal. And after all this destruction, hitting multiple more towns and absorbing people, this man absorbed at least 100,000 niggas. Straight nasty work. So after absorbing over 100,000 people, he finally pulled up on the androids. And dude wasted no time. He smelt his food and he was ready to eat. This nigga attacked 17 immediately, trying to peck the nigga paws. So he grabbed 17 and slammed him on the ground. He was about to hit that man with that Gawk Gawk 3000.
The Gawk Gawk 3000. Oh, snap. Oh.
This food and he was ready to eat. This nigga attacked 17 immediately, trying to peck the nigga paws. So he grabbed 17 and slammed him on the ground. He was about to hit that man with that Gawk Gawk 3000. But Piccolo came in and saved the day. But even my nigga, one of the greatest ore farmers of all time, did not stand a chance against this freak. Piccolo started getting dog walked. Look how hard he hit him. He clocked this shit so hard the screen turned gray and black. And also he broke his neck. It was over. So Cell picked up his lifeless body and blew a hole through him. And after putting Piccolo on 1 HP, he just threw him in the ocean, leaving this man to just drown. To be real with y'all, till this day, I have no clue how Piccolo survived this shit. Bro should have been dead.
For real.
All over for 17. He started beating the dog.
For real, Dragon Ball be just letting so many people survive off of plot armor because that was so brutal. Like, how durable are Namekians? For real.
Out of his ass, planting him in the ground. Then this man said, "Up and wide, motherfucker!" And he just started giving this the Gawk Gawk 9000, bro. This was so nasty, bro. And with that, this man evolved, and the freaky ass imperfect version was no more. The Cell Trial. the verdict. Asylum. Y'all knew this was coming. Don't act surprised. Get this freak.
Verdict asylum, like for real, put him away. Yeah, how they say under the jail, yeah. Dig a whole extra floor and dump him down there. Isolation.
Ball out of my face, bro. Out here sucking up niggas and shit. What the fuck? Nah, bro, this is one of the freakiest villains of all time. Lock this the fuck up. We're moving on. Exhibit B. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. I now present to you.
I feel like that's the worst of it. Cause Imperfect Cell was such a horror freak and everything. Like, I feel like that's gonna be the absolute worst of it. Cause now he's not taking victims like he normally does. Everything else is just going after the Z Fighters. But he still does hella disrespectful stuff. So, whew. But Semi-Perfect Cell, this should be really short. Cause his screen time was really short, only a few episodes.
Semi-Perfect Cell. Now, this is a very interesting version of Cell because he's not so much of a freak ball anymore, and he's also not the nonchalant demon. Semi-Perfect Cell was just straight up ass. This nigga was trash.
So trash that Toei Animations made Toriyama hurry up and get him to his final form. Like, nobody likes this mid form you came up with. Like, what is this? Get this out of here quick.
Like, oh my fuck, he was just a whiny bitch. Oh, and don't get me started on how this motherfucker was talking like this with my big lips ass. Shut the bitch ass up. Ain't gonna lie to y'all, this gonna be the fastest exhibit I ever do, because I only need 3.
Told you, this is gonna be quick.
3 examples to show y'all how bitch made this big lip bug was. So, example 1. This man really got held down by Tien. Tien, this 3-eyed bald bastard has not been.
No, that's not right. That's not right. Tien deserves a little bit more respect than that. Tien deserves more respect than that. Come on now. That don't bash him because he got held down by Tien. Tien nearly killed himself just to keep Cell down.
Held down by Tien. Tien, this 3-eyed bald bastard has not been relevant since original Dragon Ball. And don't try to hit me with the Saiyan Saga. That nigga died to another bald fraud and never recovered from it. This nigga's been a jobber ever since. And you let him do this to you? Oh, brother. And then before Tien even shot the shit, this nigga Cell was like, Tien, what the fuck are you gonna do, huh? Just to get absolutely embarrassed by this man. Look at his trash ass. Back hunched over and everything like, motherfucker got stuck in a frame trap. And look at this shit. Bro tries to get out. No, get your trash ass back in the ground. And he really let him do this for like 5 minutes. This is just flat out embarrassing. Getting held down by Tien in the big Cell Saga. Trash. And then when this was all over, while Tien was knocked out because he depleted all his energy, this man really looked down on bro. It was on some bullshit like, how disgusting. I really just let this 3-eyed bald fraud put me in a fucking hole? Yes. Yes, the fuck you did. This man was searching desperately for 18. I mean, he was thirsting over her. So since he couldn't find her, he decided to broadcast to all these islands. If you do not show your fun in the next 30 seconds, I will blow up every fucking...
Fine clanker ass. Oh man, I'm dead on that one. Yo, nice Star Wars reference, but still.
Since he couldn't find her, he decided to broadcast to all these islands. If you do not show your fun in the next 30 seconds, I will blow up every fucking island until I find you and suck you up in one fellow go. Holy f***, what type of freaky shit is this guy on? So Cell, being frustrated and whining like a bitch, decided to just say fuck it and just started blowing up every single island one by one. Just spamming key blast over and over and over and over again, hitting every island in sight until there was literally one island left. So just wow. Congratulations, Cell. You just committed so much mass murder, killing probably millions of people and sinking every island except for the one that he was supposed to go for. Like, yo, this nigga stinks. He just went over 20. Blow up every single island except for the one that you were supposed to hit. And finally, example 3. This motherfucker let Vegeta dog walk his ass. Vegeta, Mr. Number 2, technically Mr. Number 3 in this arc. Put belt.
Technically, Mr. Number 3.
This was one of those ass whoopings where you just looking at it like, he really whooping this nigga shit. And you know what's crazy? The only way this man made it out of this is because of Vegeta being a prideful dumbass, Krillin getting hit with clanker buddy mind control, and Trunks sadly being the only nigga on this team with common sense was getting attacked by his dumbass dad. So no, bro, if I keep on talking about this, I'm gonna get even more heated than I already am. So Cell 518
Yeah.
gives her that go tonight, bro.
This one felt like one of those situations where Toriyama really couldn't figure out a more clever way to go about it. And no disrespect to him at all. Never, because they was rushing him. He was having to come out with these episodes week by week with no real planning time. So I'm pretty sure if he had more time, he would have came up with a better way for Imperfect Cell to become Perfect Cell. But again, they were rushing him. He was doing a new chapter every week, nonstop, no time to really really try to flesh it out in his head before putting it down. But yeah, you could tell that he probably felt like he was writing himself into a corner the way he did Imperfect Cell, and came up with this really convoluted way for him to become Perfect Cell. And he just had to do it that way because, again, during this time, he wasn't getting any breaks. So that's how I kind of rationalize it. Like, yeah, this was kind of all over the place with the whole Krillin falling in love with 18. I mean, that was a thing that was getting built up, but to capitalize it in this moment and then compound that with Vegeta's pride and then him and Trunks having their little back and forth and everything, it was a lot of confusion that felt really out of place in this moment just to make Perfect Cell appear. But I understand where Toriyama was coming from when he was putting all this together. This man was not being allowed to relax or think. He was just being forced to put pen to paper. it was kind of messed up how they was doing him at the time. To be really think about it, like, let the man let him breathe. We might have gotten a better transition here for these episodes if you'd have let the man breathe.
And swallows her. And with that, the whiny, fat-lipped bitch was no more. And the nonchalant demon was about to make his entrance. The Cell trial. The verdict. Fail, moving on.
Fail.
Exhibit C. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen.
My favorite.
The final exhibit.
The final form. Perfect Cell.
Cell. My nonchalant, narcissistic insect demon. This is by far Cell's best form. From his
Yeah, of course. This was peak. This was made the entire Cell Saga so worth it. Like, everything that we went through when we got Perfect Cell, it was so worth it. This man was a villain, a true villain.
To his mannerisms, there was no more freak shit, and especially no more bitch shit. It was all gas, no breaks with it. Oh, and you can't forget, this nigga's theme song slaps.
Yes.
Bruh. That nigga Bruce Falconer burnt the studio down making this shit. So when achieved his perfect form, he started farming aura off the rip and glazing himself. He was saying in his head, "Oh, the perfection. I look magnificent, and I don't have those fat ass lips anymore. Praise God." The person this man just destroyed was Krillin. Now Krillin was obviously pissed because bro just swallowed his future wife. So Krillin got mad and started hitting himself. This is one of the most disrespectful moments I've ever seen. Bro just stood there and ignored him because he was still glazing himself. Tickled him a bit. He threw a Destructo disc at his neck, and it just bounced off his neck and evaporated. All bro did was just get a crook out his neck. And just look at Krillin's face.
And mind you, the Destructo Disc is one of those attacks that can take out somebody far superior. He almost killed Nappa with it. He almost killed Frieza with it. He just got his tail. But if Frieza wouldn't have moved, he would have been chopped in half. He would have been done way before Goku even arrived on the scene. Which is kind of messed up that they gave him such a broken ability and have him fail with it all the time, which just kind of sucks. But this, the fact that the weapon that was carving up people just bounced off a Cell, oh, we knew it was over. When I saw that, I was like, oh no. I was expecting for him to dodge the attack and then kick him, but he let it hit and it just shattered. Like, ooh, that's not good. Yeah, Krillin, you're done for. You're done for.
He was cooked. So Cell turned around, hit him with a little skippity skip, got in front of his face, smiled in front of him, then kicked the shit out of this midget. And oh my God, bro, look at him. He broke his neck. He's straight up paralyzed, bro. He couldn't even move. Blood was unresponsive. And look at him taunting, bro. This nigga just started emoting. He just looked at 16 like, the fuck are you looking at, clanker? So I stretcher, Mr. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it as Hairline Vegeta wanted his ones because he's the reason that he's perfect in the first place. But this ended up being one of Vegeta's most embarrassing moments. So when they fought, Vegeta couldn't hit this man once. Cell was playing hopscotch with this nigga, just skipping around and toying with him. So it got to a point in this fight to where Vegeta got so frustrated, Cell straight up told this man, all right, buddy, I'll give you one lick. Hit me right in the kisser. So he teleports right behind him, hitting that Swerve Strickland, yeah, I just did that shit ass pose, and just leaves himself open. So Vegeta kicked this man in the head, and if this was anybody else, their head would be sent flying. But Cell just straight up ate it and looked at him like,
are you serious, my brother?
so he kicks this man across the entire island, going through every mountain in sight. And just look at this man, bro. This is when bro had to be thinking, why did I just not kill this nigga? Now this is where Vegeta lost all his confidence. When he charged up this final flash for a good 5 minutes, while Cell just stood there and did nothing, he shot this final flash, a planetary level attack directly at this man, thinking that this would be the move to checkmate Cell. So when the smoke cleared, Cell lost half his torso from that attack. And Vegeta, thinking that he's won, just starts laughing his ass off while Cell is bitching and moaning at him. But this was one of the most diabolical Uno reverse cards of all time. This nigga Cell smirked at him like, my God, you're a dumbass. Did you forget that I have Piccolo cells, you buffoon?
Wonderful.
And this is where Vegeta just lost all his confidence. Bro just basically ate his finisher and no-selled it. His heart had to drop to his stomach right here. So it was over for Vegeta. That nigga started using his desperate ki blast spam. Cell walked through it, sent him flying with the jab, then he hit him with the combo. He launches him in the air, teleports right above him, and look at this position. This man got the elbow charged up and everything.
Charged up.
Nigga, and sent him plummeting into the ground.
Smash Bros. I love it. They charged up. It was locked in and ready to go. Oh man, love the commentary.
Just got dog walked. Like dude got demolished. Spine easily broken. And dude is probably having great dreams right now while sleeping. So after Vegeta got annihilated, Trunks decided to Hulk up and use this Broly ass Super Saiyan grade 3 form. And I'm gonna be real, this ain't even worth talking about. You wanna know why? Because this man Cell just egoed him. While they were fighting, bro deadass looked at him like, oh wow, you think you're special for getting all buff and shit? Huh, nigga, please. Boom! Nigga turns buff as shit. Then he straight up told him, word of advice, kid. This form is absolute dog shit. So after bro heard this, Trunks gave up. He knew he couldn't beat this man. He was like, bro, just go ahead, kill me, dog. But Trunks somehow learned the power of talk no jutsu because he started hyping up Goku and Gohan and he was like, fuck it. Let's have a tournament. And if I win, I'm blowing this planet sky high. So Cell just straight up left and said, see you in 10 days. I'm going to make my ring. So later on, while this man was preparing for the Cell games, this man decided he wanted to announce it live to the world.
Whew. Oh, I was waiting for him to cover this part. Oh man, this was a wild episode. It's a lot of episodes where Cell's not fighting. He's over here just flexing on people, which is what made the entire Cell arc so good. Like other villains, when they're not fighting, they're just kind of brooding somewhere or talking some shit in the corner. No, Cell was over here flashing on the whole world in his off time, in his free time. Like, man, he kept you entertained.
Entire city beelining it to the news station and just busted through the glass. So he walks up to these screaming girls and straight up said, "Salutations, fine shits. Where can I find the top floor studio?"
Oh my god, what is that?
So this man started flying up through the entire building. He got a shorty on his head and everything, not giving a damn. So when he made it to the top floor, he just breaks through the news anchor's desk, chokes this nigga, and tells him, "Am I live or not? Tell me right now, nigga." So he drops him down to the ground, and he starts calling for security. But Cell was not here to waste time. He straight up flicks this man to death, blowing him to bits on live TV. So this man announces the Cell games to the world. And after he announces the games, he blows a hole through the wall and levels like half of the city just to do it. This man just casually caught like 50,000 bodies just so he could blow a hole to make his exit. Like, nah, bro, this nigga's diabolical. So right before the Cell games, there was one more incident that happened. And that incident was the army trying to pull up on this man. They came to his arena, surrounded the entire place, and they was ready to Swiss cheese this.
And what makes this so wild, and he's about to talk about it, can't wait for what joke he's going to throw in here, but what makes it so wild is that Cell literally moved and just posted up in an open spot so they could shoot at him, only because he did not want them to ruin his ring. That's it. That's it. He wouldn't have moved otherwise. He moved just so that they wouldn't shoot the ring, and then commenced.
Insect. But this man Cell did one of the most pettiest things ever. He left the ring, went up on top of a mountain because he simply did not want to get his ring dirty. Every bullet, every explosion they have in their armory. They tried to eviscerate Cell and flatten the entire area. So when they finally stopped shooting, they thought they got him. Everybody was cheering and everything. But all they did was waste a bunch of taxpayers' money. This nigga ate everything, not even a scratch. So the army just started running. They skedaddled and scrambled like ants. But sadly for them, Cell was not letting them leave alive. This dude charged up a key blast and just drew a circle with it, destroying anyone and everything in the radius. They got the entire army in one blow. Yeah, this is a absolute travesty. And you gotta blame this on King Furry. This nigga really just sent the entire military out to die. Oh, Lord.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and blame him. That's the response that you would give. Send the military for this. How are they supposed to know if this man can take, like, all of their ammunition? Like, where are we finding that at, you know? So I'm not going to sit here and blame him. It's not, I mean, it is his fault for sending him out there. He's the one who set the order, but it's not his fault for not knowing better. Because who's going to expect that? Who's going to expect that? Think about that for a minute. Real life and everything. You see the entire military run up on some dude and blow him up. And he's still standing there and he just Uno reverse and blows them up instead. With his hands, mind you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and blame him on that.
Have mercy, man. So after this tragedy, the Cell games finally begin. And Cell's first opponent is none other than, let's just say, yeah, let's just go ahead and get this out the way. He slaps him to the side.
There was so much you could make fun of, though, because the antics were great. But all right, skipping that.
And I totally forgot about these buffoons. Why were they even here? You just saw the entire army get annihilated, and you think you gonna do something? Nigga, get off my screen. So the first real opponent was Goku, and this fight was an instant classic. These
yes.
put on a show. Like
this is my favorite fight until Super, when Goku fights Kefla. Man, it's my second favorite fight now, but yeah. This fight, the animation was so polished on this fight, man, true classic.
One of the best fights in these series, hands down. From the constant false ring outs, from going back and forth with each other in perfect sync, and this spinning kick, bruh. Oh my God, this was so saucy. The scrap was so damn good. This nigga Cell said, "Fuck the ring," and blew that bitch up. He said, "Fuck the rules that I made. I'm having too much fun with this," and continue to throw hands without the ring. Now this fight was great and all, but the main thing we will be focusing on is how he beat the living shit out of Gohan and just straight up tortured this kid. First off, just look at this. Man headbutts him in the skull, grabs him, and starts punching him over and over and over again. He was beating just cross-armed and smiling. Oh, I'm a sick nigga for this, bro. Like, Cell did not care that Gohan was a little nigga. That man said these hands are rated E for everyone. So then this is where Cell started torturing this little nigga. He started beating the life out of him because he wanted him to get angry. He said, show me your potential you yapping about, while stomping his head into the ground. This got so bad. 16 jumped on his back and tried to self-destruct. But Cell said, oh, fuck off, you dirty clanker, and blows. This man Cell was really committing clanker on clanker violence. And then look at this disrespect. This man blows his head across the desert. And after this is when he tried to completely break him. This man brought out the Cell Juniors and told them, kill everybody watching. I'm trying to piss this little nigga off. So the Cell Juniors started attacking the Z Fighters, and they start beating the life out of them. They were fighting for their lives, while Gohan had to watch and couldn't do a thing. And the final thing that made Gohan tick is when he was hearing 16's last words, yapping about some stupid ass animals. So Cell decided to shut that down and squashed his head.
Oh, that's cold-blooded. That was a heartfelt speech. Why you gotta do him like that, man? Why you gotta do him dirty? Why you gotta do him dirty? That was a great speech you gave him.
Was hearing 16's last words, yapping about some stupid ass animals. So Cell decided to shut that down and squashed his head right in front of Gohan. So this is when Gohan ticked. This little nigga turned Super Saiyan 2, and this is when this fight just completely changed. Gohan was putting belt to ass on Cell. Like, dude, look at this frame. Nigga, his fist is through his stomach. Then he cut the life out of him. Like, Cell was getting demolished at this point. Like, Gohan was whooping his ass. It got so bad. This nigga Cell just said, I'ma just blow the planet up. So he shot a full-powered Kamehameha trying to blow the planet up. But this nigga Gohan was so cold. This nigga stood there and waited for it to come down just to throw one right back at him. And Gohan's was so strong, it overtook Cell's and combined into one. And look at this man's face. Every time I see this clip, this soundbite just plays through my head. So after that happened, Cell got left on 1 HP. This man lost 2 limbs and his antlers were gone. And it should have been over for Cell right here. But this nigga Gohan got too overconfident. Goku told him to finish him. But in my exact words, this nigga Gohan said, nah, I'm gonna make him suffer. Like there had to be a demon that possessed Gohan when he became Super Saiyan 2 or something. Because this little nigga was on timing. So Cell regrew his limbs and became massive. But all this did was just make him sluggish. Gohan continued to whip his shit in. And then he hit this man so hard, he puked out 18 and reverted back to the bitch nigga form. So Cell decided to use his trump card. He said, if I'm going down, then everybody come in with me. This nigga tries to blow himself up and take the whole planet with him. And Gohan couldn't do nothing. The man was gonna self-destruct and blow up the planet regardless. So to stop this man for good, the GOAT had to make the noble sacrifice. So he instant transmissioned this blood to none other than King Kai's planet.
Serious?
So Cell goes kaboom.
That was so messed up. That was so messed up. If Goku knew he was going to die, I always thought to myself, you know, it would have been smarter for Goku to teleport himself to where Namek used to be. Since Namek was blown up. In the middle of nowhere space and let him blow up right there. You know? That would have been the better one. Why'd you have to take out King Kai? That was messed up. That was so mean.
He took Goku, King Kai, Bubbles, Gregory, and 17 with him. And with that, Cell's reign of terror finally ended. Psych! This was one of the nastiest swerves of all time. This nigga survived and boomed Trunks the moment he got back. And the scary part about this is that Cell came back 10 times stronger. You see, his body was destroyed, but his nucleus stayed intact. It was pure luck. So he regenerated his...
Ah, yes, the nucleus. The one that was retconned so quick. Because they messed up. and left the crazy plot hole. It was like, wait, if he has a nucleus in his head, how come he didn't die when Goku blew his whole top half off? Then they retconned it. If any cell of his body survives, he can regenerate. Any of them.
And that Saiyan DNA gave the nigga a Zenkai boost. So he came back as Super Perfect Cell. So out of anger, Vegeta straight up tried to attack Cell because bro just boomed his son. The crash out is completely justified right here. But sadly for Vegeta, Cell gave this man a backhand of doom, putting Vegeta in the dirt. And Cell was about to boom him, but Gohan ends up taking the hit to save this man. But that hit that Gohan took out his whole arm. This little nigga was cooked, and so was the entire planet, because Cell was about to blow this bitch up. He starts charging up his final Kamehameha, and he was ready to end the series right here, right now. He already killed the protagonist. Now it's time to kill his son. So Gohan, in a last-ditch effort, decides to have a beam struggle with him. He shoots out the father-son Kamehameha, and they start having the beam struggle of the century. Planet on the line and everything, because if Cell wins right here, it is over. Credits are rolling. So Cell had the advantage here, because Gohan was on one arm. Even the rest of the Z fighters tried to attack him, but it was no use.
That was a wild moment too. All the Z fighters hitting him, and he's not phased while he's maintaining a Kamehameha. Like, all their villains would have been knocked off balance, but he was over here tanking it from every direction. Every direction.
The nigga was too strong, and he knew he had it in the bag, because he was straight up telling Gohan, "Say hi to daddy, you punk pussy bitch." But when it looked like it was about to be...
Alright, I was over here enjoying this too much. This is hilarious. Bro, will you react to my new YouTube vid? Oh yeah, we'll definitely check it out. It's doing reactions. It's your vid, so I shouldn't have to worry about any kind of copyright BS from YouTube. And just followed. Thank you very much. Alright. We're gonna finish this up and then get on to our next reaction, our reaction request. All right, so let's go. It's almost over. It's almost over.
The man that got his ass whooped the most by this man.
Yes.
Clutch at the last second. Vegeta shoots a big bang attack, distracting him. And these couple of seconds were the deciding factor. Gohan shot everything he had at him, emptying the whole tank on his ass, and started walking him down. And Cell's reign of terror finally came to an end. The verdict! Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know what I'm about to say. The winner of this trial is none other than Perfect Cell. That is a pass. This nigga was a fucking demon. So Perfect Cell, he got it, bro. And Mr. Freak Bob over here, his ass
under the jail.
Boys for eternity. Like real shit. That nigga on the bottom level of hell. So that is the Cell. And before y'all leave, there's something else I got for you. So if you follow me on Twitter, you probably already know what this is about. The final Jinbu trial that I was gonna upload.
Okay, he's over at the promotion for another video. All right, man, that was hilarious. Man, I love CJ Champ. He does great content, and this whole Perfect Cell trial was hilarious. Loved it. But all right, y'all know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this one, and of course, let me know what y'all like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you really want to support this platform, consider joining our Patreon. And yes, you can join as a free member and check out the music reactions that I cannot do on YouTube because of UMG. All right, y'all. So till next time, take care of yourselves, and I'm out of here. But all right, Travis Cool Kid, what's good? Yes, I see your request. And yes, we're going to check it out. I faced my biggest fear at hooting and hollering. Okay. All right, yeah, so that's your request. Let's jump into this. Let's check it out. All right. What's going on, everyone? It's time to check out another video. This is a reaction request from Travis Cool Kid. From the YouTube channel Travis Sexton. All right, so Let's go ahead and see what they got on this one. I have no idea what to expect. The title is I Faced My Biggest Fear at Hootin' and Hollerin'. Let's see what you got on this one. Let's go.
I got a watch on my wrist, is a bust down. See ya. I'm tryna hop on a flight out of town. See ya. But I sent my baby to bring it around.
Alright guys, so today's video we're going to an event. We're called Hootin' Hollerin', and here's the goal. We have one goal today. It's to dance with a girl, bro. And Ace is that's his biggest fear. He's afraid of women, bro. Especially pretty one.
Girls, I'm scared of the girls. I'm scared of girls.
We gotta dance with a girl. That's the challenge of today. You think you can do that?
Sounds fire.
Bro's battling his anxiety right here? Okay.
Here's the deal, guys. There's been a trend on social media. It's like, get Cindy, no boys, all that.
Oh, let's get Cindy!
But no, we're not getting Cindy. We're like, God, send me. So here's the deal. We're gonna shotgun it, get a key, and they go. Oh, no.
Cut. No, I said cut. I said don't cut.
Bro, hashtag splash zone, am I right? God bless America. Come on now.
I've never understood opening up like that. Like, you see how much they spilt? They wasted like a good portion of their drink. They didn't even get to drink it all. I don't know. I'm like, why? Why are we doing that?
I found myself a cowgirl wife.
Bro, facts. Yeah.
Really though, I love dancing, and I love being a cowboy.
Wait, you like dudes?
No response.
Jogging without us?
Dude, I would never do that. I would never do that, guys. What? You want to be in it?
I watched all your videos last night.
You can say whatever you want. This is going in the video.
Like and subscribe.
Hey, Ace, tonight we have one goal. Dance with girls, and also show that we can have fun without drinking.
Indeed.
Facts.
Fellas, bro. All the fellas. We're gonna get
Dude, pretty girls.
I like that concept. Show we can have fun without drinking. Now, you know, if you want to drink, that's fine. But I can't stand people who need to drink in order to go out. They can't enjoy themselves without a drink. They literally need a drink in order to not be pissed off and not be upset and not be bored and not be to be able to just hang out. I can't stand that. So yeah, having fun without drinking. Drinking's fine, but if you can't have fun without drinking, there's a major problem.
Talk to him. We're in traffic. What are we doing? Dude, my future wife is on the line. You are not going to get in between me and my baby. We're all men here. Y'all the fear. Mine, talking to women. I'm just going to be honest with you. Straight up, like, women scare me. Especially Ace. Like, scariest woman I know.
No, what?
Okay, tonight, we're at Hootin' Hollerin'. This is where legends are made. We are going to turn up to the function. We are going to dance with pretty women, and it's going to be awesome. Dance with girls, face our fears. Let's see if we can do this. Obviously.
Were you repeating that to yourself, man? Oh, man, I hope you guys succeed by the end of this video. Dance with a girl. I hope y'all succeed.
We're going. Ace, what's one thing you're excited about?
Dancing.
Brody, what are you excited about?
Women.
Brody always says, if she ain't 280, she ain't a lady. So let's go. All right. Well, Micah, what are you excited about?
I'm excited the days.
What?
What are you excited about?
Going home, play Fortnite.
Stop touching me.
He's like, I just want the day to end. Why are you guys doing this to me?
It's good. It's going really good. What's up? This is Gert. She's my friend. Hey, it's gonna be sick. Bro, this is for all the memories. You're awesome.
What's your favorite dance move to do,
Bro,
Trevor?
dude,
Hi guys,
dude.
welcome back to the
Bro.
channel. I feel like you should show the vlog. Welcome back to the channel. I love that he has to go down because I'm really short.
Hey, bro, they asked me like, do I dance or something, bro? I'm like, I'm sorry, ladies. Let me just hit you with the. Hey! Don't catch me outside, bro. Don't catch me like that, bro. They want to see the dance I invented, guys. I mean, I guess back in 06, you know, back in the day, you know, I just did something like. Yeah.
What are we doing?
Hey, I invented it. I'm excited. But it's crazy, bro. We got everyone at Hootin' Hollerin'. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited to see what happens. We were in the gas station. We were just chilling, goofing off. And I started talking to this lady. And she was at the slot machines. We were joking. We were goofing off. She was asking, like, what do you do? Where you from? And guys, she ended up giving her heart to Jesus. It was super cool. And like, it was a divine appointment. And like, I just felt like this is true. Like, I feel like the Lord was telling me, like, you know the meme, it's like, get Cindy. I feel like God's like saying, I'm not gonna have you do that. I'm not gonna have you be like the worldly, like no drinking, no alcohol, like screw all that stuff. But I'm gonna have you like send me out to the public, just send me to pray for people, send me to do things. And when that happened tonight, it's just like a God story. Like, how the heck do I walk in, pray for someone, she gives her heart to Christ, and then like she's gonna go read her Bible and try to get involved.
But did you dance with her though? Because remember, that was the goal. Did you dance with her? No? Okay.
In a church. Like, God is so good, and this is so freaking cool, and like, I'm so excited because this is gonna be the best freaking video you've ever seen.
You should have made a trade, a prayer for a dance, and then you'd have been done. Mission accomplished.
Oh my goodness. Bro, dude, I'll sign autographs later, guys.
Mr. Sexton, oh my gosh, it's Mr. Sexton.
This is it. The mission, dance with girls. We've been waiting for this the whole night. Will all of these fellas be able to complete their mission? You gotta find out.
All right, they said they want to be in the video. Prove that it's not gonna get cut. I think they're catcalling me, guys.
Keep the money flipping. It's all I know. Been in and out of prison for a while. I know. Grew up in the
Wait, hold up. Who was that drinking? Who was that drinking just now?
I think they're catcalling me, guys.
Keep the money flipping. It's all I know. Been in and out
Yep, y'all was drinking.
for a while. I know. Grew up in the ghetto, thugging in the game. They did their best to break us, but forever we remain untamed.
Okay, if you want anything, I'm gonna buy it.
Okay.
Hey.
I want a new car. Just kidding.
Mike, I'm not Mr. Beast, I'm Mr. Bro. Mr. Least right here.
Mr. Least.
That's what they call me on stream, bro. Hey, come on.
No highs in the function, man.
Hey, we know the mission. Hey, boys, you know the mission. Hey, are you gonna accomplish it?
What's the mission?
Are you gonna accomplish your mission?
We'll get him next time.
Bruh. Alright, boys, this is it.
It ain't even started yet. We're gonna get him next time. You can't give up that fast. Come on now. It's not that hard to just dance with a girl and everything, especially at a function like this. Just be like, hey, you want to dance? Sure. It'd have been over. This challenge should be easy for y'all. Come on now.
The moment of truth. We're either about to get the dance of a lifetime or absolutely brutally rejected. Time to summon every ounce of confidence we got left. She said yes, and it was time for us to dance.
Gonna do the two-step and cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with 'em. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Gonna throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it.
I love Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ loves everyone, and he's amazing. And
Does like a group dance count? I just want to throw that out there. Do you all believe that a group dance would count? Because I don't know. I question that. I thought the goal was to get like one-on-one dances with these girls and not to like get them in one big group. Because I don't know. I don't know if that counts as dancing with a girl when you're dancing with the crowd. I don't know. But maybe that's just me.
without Jesus, I couldn't dance.
Tell them, how do you feel so far? How's it been?
I feel great. I feel great. 10 out of 10 though.
This is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. Can everyone come? Wherever this is.
At the start of this story, it was just a group of men too afraid to even talk to women. But as the night went on, something changed. These men didn't just talk, they danced. This is more than a story about a dance floor, it's a story of personal growth, a story of courage, a story of our generation taking a step forward. These are the successors. The ones who accomplish the mission, and then there are the others.
Well, I mean, if it's progress, it's progress. So, congrats.
The ones who were chopped, the ones who failed.
Y'all were too scared to even dance in like a group session. Y'all got to work on that. You got to work on that.
Like and subscribe.
Alrighty. Well, interesting video, to say the least. But yeah, have you guys accomplished your goals and dance with some ladies? All right, now next time, next challenge, try to get their phone numbers. I know, scary, right? But all right, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. Let me know what you'd like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you really feel like supporting this platform, consider joining the Patreon, all right? Okay, so till next time, take care of yourselves. And I'm out of here. Okay. All right, do we have any other requests out there? First time chatter, teen stamp. Okay. Oh, you're a bot. Cheap followers. Okay, never mind. Okay, so we've been going for like 2.5 hours. I'll give y'all a minute. I've got nothing else I want to check out specifically, but if there's anything else that y'all want to check out. Oh, wait. Is this new? Is this new?
How deadly is...
Yes, 3 days ago. Oh, we got a game theory. Okay, we're about to check out a game theory. All right, y'all. And then this will be our last chance. After this one, if there's no new requests coming in, then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, all right? Okay, so let's get on into it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the spot. We kick back and react to all kind of different things. All right, what we got going on today? Game Theory has dropped a new one. Oh, man. It's been a while since I reacted to Game Theory. I still be watching it, though. I'm still keeping up on it, but I will be reacting to it more and more. All right, so this one is How Deadly is Donkey Kong's Punch? Very interesting. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's check it out. Let's find out how deadly. Because it's pretty deadly. Donkey Kong got some power. He got some power. But how deadly? Let's go.
How deadly is Donkey Kong's Punch? It's one of his most iconic moves in Smash Brothers, and now he's back in Donkey Kong Bonanza, and he is stronger than ever.
It's pretty much all he does in Smash Bros. Like, he has a couple of short kicks in the headbutt, but mainly his kit is just punching the shit out of you.
Destroying anything that gets in his path. But how strong is it really? Today, we're going to find out. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show that smashes the environment with science like you smash that subscribe button. Although, not sure my world-smashing brain would put up much of a fight against the world-smashing brawn that is Donkey Kong. He may not have always been known for talking with his fists, mostly just jumping on his enemies like his sworn rival Mario, but ever since his appearance in 1999 Super Smash Bros., DK's Charge Punch has remained a powerful force to be reckoned with. And now, with his triumphant return in Donkey Kong Bonanza, we finally get to use the full power of his fists, destroying the environment like you're a villain in an 80s cartoon. The pure destructive force of DK's fists seems overwhelming, but the question is it? You see, Nintendo has a habit of, let's say, skirting realism for the sake of quote-unquote fun. But you know what I find fun? Physics. Especially the physics of an 800-pound gorilla with weird workplace relationships. So I figured it was time for me to sit down and do the math for myself to figure out how powerful is DK's Smash. You might think this is going to require us to use one of our favorite formulas on this channel, FMA. Force equals mass times acceleration. But actually, we need something a little beefier. See, FMA focuses on an object in constant acceleration. However, we're focusing on a singular punch, which doesn't have a continuous motion. It stops once it makes impact, and the force applied during that impact is what we're after. Luckily, there is a formula for that too, and it looks like this. F equals delta P over delta T. Basically, the change in momentum divided by the change in time. And to figure out that first bit, the change in momentum, we need two things: the mass and the velocity at the time of impact.
Okay, I did not know about that other equation. What was that again? Let's get that one more time.
On an object in constant acceleration. However, we're focusing on a singular punch, which doesn't have a continuous motion. It stops once it makes impact, and the force applied during that impact is what we're after. Luckily, there is a formula for that too, and it looks like this. F equals delta P over delta T. Basically, the change in momentum divided by the change in time. And to figure out that first bit, that change...
So delta P, so force... What is P supposed to... It's like change in momentum. So wouldn't that be M? Or I have that wrong. I'm not sure. But can I chat instead? Okay, once we're done here, we'll have a chatting session. But just kick back.
In momentum, we need two things: the mass and the velocity at the time of impact. That's a lot of small pieces to find, so we'd best make like Donkey Kong and start collecting them. And we gotta start somewhere, so let's start with the mass. In DK64's final boss battle, the MC announces DK's weight as 800 pounds. There is a slight dispute over this on the internet because, according to some people, Donkey Kong Country 2's player guide has his weight set to 450 pounds. But I read all 129 pages of that thing and I couldn't find it anywhere. So 800 pounds or 363 kilograms it is. Nice! First puzzle piece found. Although DK isn't going to get to put all of his weight behind a punch, so what we need to do is calculate something called his effective mass, which is the weight of Donkey Kong's body that will actually go into the punch. It's not just the weight of the arm either. That will heavily limit the amount of force. You want to get as much weight behind you as you can. By rotating your body like boxers do, you can throw significantly more weight behind each blow. Looking at DK's punch specifically, he's using a punch type known as a rear hook, which is a kind of punch that is thrown with your dominant hand from behind in an arcing motion. Interestingly enough, while the rear hook often looks like the strongest punch, it's actually wasting a lot of time, energy, and effective mass compared to just straight punches. But nonetheless, that's what DK likes to do, so that's what we have to work with. On average, a professional boxer can get about 14.88% plus or minus 6.74% of their body mass into a good rear hook. Given we're seeing DK punch through literal rocks, or through my face in a game of Smash, I'm gonna go with the higher end and say he maxes out at the 21.62% level, which puts his effective mass at about 172.95 pounds or 78.48 kilograms. Boom! There's another piece. And it's not a small one either. That's like having a whole Hampshire sheep thrown at your face. For reference, Mike Tyson at the height of his career weighed 220 pounds or 100 kilograms, meaning his rear hook at the top end could have carried an effective mass of 47.56 pounds or 21.62 kilograms, just over a quarter of DK's power. And I don't think any of us really fancy getting a hit from Tyson, let alone DK. Well, unless you're Jake Paul, I suppose. Now it's time to calculate the velocity of DK's fists. Going frame by frame, DK takes about 13 frames to throw a punch from its furthest back point to its target. With the game usually running at 60 frames per second, that means it happens in 0.22 seconds. But that's just the time it takes for the punch to impact. The velocity requires us to also calculate how far the punch is actually traveling, and that requires some other stats about DK, namely his wingspan. You see, when DK gets ready to punch, he pulls all the way back, even shifting his weight before launching forward, bringing his fist across his full wingspan. Now,
A true haymaker. Love it.
when it comes to humans, wingspan is pretty easy to figure out. Typically, a human's wingspan is the same length as their height. Not always, mind you. My wingspan is actually 3 inches shorter, but nevertheless, it's a pretty good baseline. Gorillas, on the other hand, have much larger wingspans, usually averaging a 35% increase compared to their height. Of course, I knew that wouldn't necessarily apply to Donkey Kong, so I pulled out the pixel measurements to test Bonanza specifically. And what I found is that DK is well above the average. His wingspan is
Obviously.
a whopping 85% larger than his height. That is an insane reach. He'd definitely be winning against Tyson now, or maybe he'd like to take on LeBron James instead. But
I mean, Gorilla is taking out anybody. Anybody. But yeah, that crazy wingspan right there, that is... But yeah, comparing him to any boxer, like, it doesn't have to be. I think that's kind of weird that he's comparing him to actual boxers when he's a gorilla. He is a gorilla. But yeah, okay.
Insane reach. He'd definitely be winning against Tyson now, or maybe he'd like to take on LeBron James instead. But 85% of what exactly? We're still lacking the actual measurements. Well, this is where I ran into some issues. DK's size is, let's call it, inconsistent across games. Comparing him to our officially confirmed canon Mario height of 1.55 meters or 5 foot and 1 inch, in Mario Kart, DK's about 7'2". In Mario Party, he's around 8 foot. In Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Kong, he's 8'6", and in Smash Ultimate, he's 10'2". However, it is widely agreed upon that DK's height while fully standing up is actually 7'10". In Bonanza, we see him crouch next to characters like Cranky Kong, maintaining the same height difference that we've seen from him in other parts of the franchise. So he's not taller or shorter in this game either. So we're gonna stick with this for our measurements. This puts DK's wingspan at 14 foot and 3 inches, and his punch velocity at about 44 miles per hour, or about 19.74 meters per second. That gives us the first of the many parts of our equation. Delta P equals 78.48 kilograms multiplied by 19.74 meters per second, which equals 1,549 kilogram meters per second. Now,
I like how they're doing this episode where they're using the puzzle pieces from the game as kind of like a whole thing.
it's just the change in time we need. And fortunately, this one's a little easier to figure out. Going frame by frame once again, we can see that while the impact happens in a single frame, it takes 7 frames for his arm and fist to fully decelerate, which means DK is going from 19.74 meters per second to 0 meters per second in just 0.12 seconds. So by plugging that into our formula, we find that DK's punch has an impact force of 12,908 newtons, or about 2,902 pounds of force. For reference, the human skull is estimated to be able to withstand up to 6,227 newtons before completely shattering. DK would not only break a person's skull, he would shatter it twice over. No wonder poor Ness goes flying off the stage after DK charges up. If anything, I'm surprised Smash characters aren't throwing themselves off the stage. The fall is probably safer. And things only get more deadly when you consider the main gimmick of this game, the Bonanza transformations. When Pauline sings certain songs, DK transforms into one of 5 different animals to give him new abilities. Sometimes it's an elephant who sucks up dirt with its trunk, sometimes it's an ostrich that can glide, a zebra that can run fast, or a snake that can double jump. It's a really cool set of mechanics that works really well with the completely destructible environments. It can be easy to look at something like this and think you'd never be able to make something like that, but thanks to our sponsor Boot.dev, you can. Boot.dev is building the smartest way to help you become a master programmer. Whether you want to make video games, websites, or even your own ARG. I've tried my hand at website building before, as well as the odd little video game, but I was always limited by 2 things: my lack of focus and my lack of true coding experience. Sure, I could drag an image somewhere or write a block of text, but I had no way to make it look how I wanted. That is where Boot.dev comes in, because you see, they have managed to crack the code on how to actually help people improve their skills by turning the learning into a game. No, I'm serious. By completing lessons, you gain experience, grow levels, there's even bi-monthly boss fights. And the lessons aren't just reading. You actually get to write the code for yourself and practice as much as you want until you're a master on both the battleground and the computer. They have a bunch of courses for whatever kind of project you're making too. You can learn Python, JavaScript, TypeScript, Linux, you name it, they've got it. So if you want to finally be able to make that game, maybe one that can actually run on the Switch 2 without all those frame rate issues, or you're just looking for a fun way to learn a new skill in one of the funnest ways I've experienced, head on over to Boot.dev or click the link in the description to try it out for yourselves. All of the content is completely free to read and watch, and if you decide to go all in, you could use my code Game Theory to get 25% off your entire first year if you choose the annual plan. Thanks again to Boot.dev for sponsoring this video, but I should probably get back to DK's transformations. Like I said, there's the elephant, the ostrich, the zebra, the snake, and then there's the first and arguably simplest transformation, Kong Bonanza.
Big gorilla.
Yeah, he may just look like a bigger gorilla, but the whole point of this power-up is he becomes so much stronger, able to break things he can't normally. So, thanks to this huge boost in size and strength, what kind of forces are we now playing with? Well, by using this moment right here, I was able to calculate that DK's height increases by around 52% instantly. But once again, this is where DK's size inconsistencies come into play. See, while his height increases by 52%, his wingspan actually increases by 93%, leading to his wingspan being a gargantuan 27 feet and 7 inches, or 8.4 meters. However, despite this new massive distance his punches now have to travel, his increased strength has somehow allowed him to keep his 44-mile-per-hour speeds. The only challenging part now is figuring out what his new mass is, because it's clear that different parts of him grow different amounts, and without the game files being readily available for me to shove into Blender like I usually do, it's not going to be that simple to figure out. Instead, I took a bunch of extra measurements from DK, his head, his chest, his waist, his feet, and from that, the best estimation I could calculate was that he's grown on average around 72% in total when accounting for the various differences. But while his size may have gone up by that amount, that's not going to be the same for his mass because of something we've talked about a few times on this channel, the square cube law. What this basically boils down to is that even though his size has increased by 1.72 times, his weight would actually increase by 1.72 to the third time. So if he weighed 800 pounds before, in Kong Bonanza form, he's going to weigh 4,070 pounds. Which
Jeez.
sounds like a lot, but it's actually just the same weight as a giraffe. Heavy, but not crazy heavy. But now we got to convert that into effective mass like before, which is only 21.62%, giving us an effective punching mass of 880 pounds or 399 kilograms. Yeah, DK is going from punching with the weight of a sheep to the weight of his former self. We have the last piece of our puzzle, and plugging them all into our impact equation, we can see that in Kong Bonanza form, DK's punch has an impact force of 65,403 newtons,
Yo,
or 14,702
that's wild.
pounds of force.
So wait, didn't you say before 2,000 pounds of force? So 7 times stronger? 7 times stronger. Whoo! Yeah, you don't want to get hit by DK. He's now doing way more than any gorilla. He's now super gorilla.
Even know how I'm going to begin to quantify that. But you know me, I'm damn sure gonna try. See, other than the transformations, there is one other mechanic that makes DK Bonanza stand out. Its destructible environment. Donkey Kong can smash almost anything and everything in this game. So I figured let's take a look at some of the terrain he can destroy to see whether it gives us any kind of understanding of the numbers we've just calculated. There are several types of terrain in this game, like sand, snow, mud, but the one that caught my attention was the rock. Specifically, these barrier rocks that block off certain areas. They are some of the more challenging rocks to smash, but shocker, barrier isn't a real type of rock. Don't worry though, with enough digging or punching, it shouldn't be too hard to figure out what kind of rock this is. Let's start with the location. Inga Isle, where the game takes place, seems to be a volcanic island, as evidenced by the large mound in the center, the fact that it appears in the middle of the ocean, and, you know, there are lava levels. That makes these hardened walls that cut through the rest of the stone and dirt volcanic dikes, which is hardened magma flow that falls vertically into some kind of crevice. Dikes are most commonly made of basalt or granite, because both are made from cooling magma or lava, with basalt being made from lava rapidly cooling against the air, and granite being caused by slowly cooling magma. However, unlike human bones whose breaking points are regularly measured in pure newtons of force or pounds of force, these rocks have breaking points or compression strength measured in PSI, or pounds per square inch, which is basically the pounds of force divided by the area that force is applied, i.e. the size of Donkey Kong's fists. Granite's PSI roughly tops out at around 36,000 PSI, while basalt tops out at around 58,000 PSI. So does DK have what it takes to break these rocks? Well, once again, we need to whip out the pixel measurements and see. From comparing his fists to his body, we can see that in his base form, his fists measure a whopping 19.5 inches or 50 centimeters wide and about 15.5 inches or 40 centimeters long, meaning his final fist area would be roughly 2 square feet or 0.2 square meters. That is huge, even for a gorilla, but his fists have always been unusually massive, so I shouldn't be surprised at this point. And Kong Bonanza's fists are even more massive, measuring in at 42 inches or 107.5 centimeters wide and 25 inches or 63.5 centimeters long, making his total fist area 7.3 square feet or 0.68 square meters. So let's plug those in and see what we get. For regular DK, this means 2,900 pounds of force divided by 2 square feet, equaling 10 PSI. And for Kong Bonanza, that's 14,702 pounds of force divided by 7.3 square feet, which equals nearly 14 PSI. That's not all that much, and certainly nowhere near the 58,000 psi that he would need to smash the rocks we're seeing in the game. If his hands weren't quite so large and gorilla-like and instead were more like a precision jackhammer, then he'd probably be in a good spot. But size does matter, because it means he's distributing all of that force over too large an area. It's still gonna be deadly for a normal human, but against some of Kong's other big threats, it's not gonna do him much good. Except, as we can all see, DK is able to break these rocks, even in base form, so clearly I'm the problem here. Somewhere
Or is it that Nintendo flubbed on the calculations again? Well, let's see.
in my calculations, there must be a mistake. Some variable that has thrown everything else out of alignment. But I'm not going to be defeated by math. I will figure out how deadly DK's punch truly is. It's time for my own Bonanza transformation. Sing the Theorist song, Stoops! Okay, let's do this. If we know that base DK needs to be punching with a PSI of 58,000, we should be able to use that to work backwards. DK's hand size isn't changing. Those pixel measurements are pretty hard to deny. Instead, it's the pounds of force we need to change. So we just need to multiply 58,000 PSI by DK's 2 square feet fist area, which gives us 17,530,500 pounds of force, or 77,977,103 newtons. Which, for reference, would be like 4/5 of the Eiffel Tower crushing you. But we can go a step further, because even though we've technically figured out the total force, we did a bunch of calculations to get to this point. So I want to know exactly what else has now changed. If that force is delta P divided by delta T, then one of those is the culprit. And it's unlikely to be the time taken for the collision, as that happened in 0.12 seconds, which is accurate for most collisions, so it has to be our delta P, the change in momentum. So by reversing this equation and multiplying 77,977,103 newtons by 0.12, we get a change in momentum of 9,357,252 kilogram meters per second. But that came from DK's effective mass times velocity, and we know the mass is right based on the cannon information, which means the velocity must be where the problem is. So by reversing the equation one more time, we find out that DK's fist is traveling at the insane velocity of, drumroll please, 119,224.7 meters per second, or 266,636 miles per hour. That's just insane! Maybe that's why the game's frame rate was so janky. I guess even with all the upgrades on the Switch 2, it still isn't fast enough to keep up. Again, for reference, to escape Earth's gravity, the Apollo 10 spaceship
Wait,
had
y'all let me know, even with the Switch 2, is this still like a frame rate issue? Since that's something that Nintendo has notoriously had issues with. Does the Switch 2 games have frame rate issues? Let me know.
reach speeds of only 25,000 miles per hour. Heck, the speed of sound is only 343 meters per second, and Kong is breaking that 347 times over with every single punch. If he punches one enemy, the entire army might fall due to the sonic booms. And with the energy behind it, he's not just destroying rocks or obliterating enemies, he's going to be able to melt steel beams. Although DK would also likely be collapsing like everyone and everything around him, because with every action comes an equal and opposite reaction. DK is also decelerating, and his hand is also experiencing those 77,977,103 newtons. The toughest single bone in the body, the femur, can only withstand 4,000 newtons of force. The fingers are way less, at around 1,485 newtons. Now, gorilla bones are significantly denser than human bones, around 3 times more. But given we're dealing with nearly 78 million newtons, it's just not going to be anywhere near enough. Even with his 72% increase in size and strength in Kong Bonanza mode, his hands won't just be broken, they'd be turned into a furry pulp. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory! Thanks for watching. World premiere on Game Theory. Minecraft's new weapon is completely broken.
Alright.
The Sonic timeline is...
I didn't say play it. I didn't say play. I said be done.
How deadly.
There we go. That's the frame to end it on. All right. But all right, that was great. That was great. Another great game theory. How strong are DK's fists? Ridiculously strong. And by Nintendo's math, even further over the top than that. All right, so that was a fun one. So y'all know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. Let me know what you'd like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you really feel like supporting this platform, consider joining our Patreon. And you can join as a free member now. And when you join as a free member or a paid member, you will be able to have access to the reaction streams I'm going to be doing on Patreon, where I react to music that I cannot react to here. All right? Okay, guys. So, till next time, take care of yourselves. And I'm out of here. Okay, guys. So that was fun. This has been like 3 hours at this point. Exactly 3 hours. Okay, so I don't see any other requests coming in. We got one. We had some fun chatting and stuff. But I believe this is where we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. All right? All right, so you guys have a great day. I will be back next week. And you guys want to see me do more streams? Just remember, we gotta grow this audience. I'm not a full-time content creator. I work a full-time job. You got bills to pay and stuff. And while my platform is steadily growing, thanks to all you guys, and I appreciate every single one of you who has joined up on whichever platform, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Patreon, wherever, TikTok, wherever. Thank you for supporting. Join all the platforms. I would love that. But, you know, definitely happy that you joined on the platforms that you did. But we got to continue growing. Once we're at that point where I can go full time, you guys are going to see daily content on a regular basis. But all right, y'all. That's it for the stream. I'll see you guys next week. So until then, take care of yourselves. I'm out of here.